Welcome to the fantasy audiobook. Global Catastrophe. Opening SS's level devil talent. Chapter 21, etc. The tattooed warrior shouted nervously again. I know you are strong. But, now your crack is exposed, as long as the ogre finds someone to surround your crack and prevent hunters from entering. You don't have a chance to develop at all. At that time, she can find a hunter who is strong enough to destroy you. If you don't kill her first, you will die. This statement is actually very reasonable. For other demons, it is true that they can only grow by killing invading hunters. But, this has no effect on Lin Zan. After all, Lin Zan still has the identity of a hunter mage. So, Lin Zan is not interested in the survival conditions of the tattooed warrior in front of him. By contrast, it's better to kill this tattooed warrior. After all, if he wanted to let him go, Lin Zan had to let him kill 90% of the monsters, so Lin Zan would not have much settlement rewards left. Kill this guy, and I will definitely be able to settle the platinum level treasure chest. There is even a chance to get a diamond level treasure chest. And if you let him go, there will be almost no experience and treasure chests. Lin Zan did not hesitate. In the end, the sword fell from hand to hand. Harvest of Fate. A flash of knife light instantly bloomed across the tattooed warrior's body. This guy's chatter. Stop abruptly, just outside the void rift connecting Lin Zan's lair. Forest Creek Park. Around the mysterious black vortex. There are a total of 10 people who are gathering together and waiting for something. They all have at least silver level equipment, and many of them have gold level equipment, all of which are followers and bodyguards brought by Yi Xiaojun. Certainly, only 4 people can enter the crack. These attendants can only wait outside. Such a lineup. There wouldn't be any evil spirits looking for trouble. I'm really envious of Bai Xiaomei. I was able to hook up with Yi Xiao and bought a lot of equipment and skill books for nothing. I'm so envious. That's right, I'm still envious of their A-level talents. Being able to act together with young Master Yi will give them all the benefits. I do have an A-level talent, but I'm a mage. Sigh, I'm still jealous of young Master Yi. We don't need to worry. When Yi Xiao finishes this crack, there must be extra equipment when he comes out, and we can all get improved. I hope there are assassin equipment. A group of people chatted in 2s and 3s. In front of this group of people, above the black vortex, there was originally only one black claw. But, suddenly, the black mist gathered all around, and on the black vortex, a second black claw was condensed. Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. This scene shocked all the people. What's the situation? Devil's Claw. This means, the hunter inside was wiped out. How is this possible? Young Master Yi's team is the current full-matched team. It was actually wiped out. Isn't it a lie? How can there be such a strong demon? Notify Chairman Feng quickly. A group of people suddenly became flustered. Chairman Feng is Yi Xiaojun's mother, Feng Kaixuan. Feng Kaixuan, 38 years old this year, has obtained the identity, a high-level demon, ogre. That's when the news of Yi Xiaojun's death came out. In the Devil Channel in the Zhonghai City area, there was an angry curse directly. Ogre. Who is it? Ogre. Who killed my son? Ogre demon. If you have the ability, stand up for my old lady. Listen to the voice. This woman is really angry. Pity. Lin Zan didn't even care about it. He just focused on the reward he just got. You successfully killed 4 hunters. You got 4 devil points. You have reached level 5. The remaining 50% of the monsters will give you 2 platinum level treasure boxes, and they will be at your disposal for the next 24 hours. First of all, the full amount of experience he gained allowed him to be promoted to level 5. The form of Destiny Demon King and the status of Hunter Mage have each unlocked a brand new skill. Spiral of Destiny releases a high-speed rotating energy spiral. The spiral will continue to suck the enemy units within 30 meters around, control them in the area, and receive 100 basic physical damage every 3 seconds. Enemies sucked by the spiral will have their defense weakened by 50%. Spiral lasts 60 seconds and has a 30-second cooldown. This is the 6th skill of Lin Zan's Demon King form. Is this a control skill? And it seems to be mandatory control. As long as the spiral is released, no enemy in the area can leave the spiral for more than 30 meters, and their defense will be weakened by 50%. The most important is, this spiral lasts for 60 seconds. The cooldown is only 30 seconds, that is to say, I can release at least 2 spirals of destiny at the same time. The skills of the Devil King are indeed much stronger than the skills of the Hunter. Just unlock a small skill. All have such a terrifying field control effect. On the other hand, the mage skills he unlocked. Ice Storm Mage level 5 skill releases an ice storm in an area of 10 meters, causing 100 points of basic magic damage, and applying a 50% deceleration for 5 seconds. Cooldown for 20 seconds. It is also a small control skill. But, the range is only 10 meters. The deceleration lasts only 5 seconds. The damage is only 100 points. In comparison, the Spiral of Fate will deal damage a total of 20 times over its duration, for a total base damage of 2000. This strength gap is too big. And after the level is raised, Lin Zan once again achieved double growth. In the form of the Destiny Demon King, he gained 30 additional passive attributes. The mage profession allowed him to gain 10 points of growth in all attributes. Added together, let his basic attributes reach 230 points. If it is in the form of the Destiny Demon King, it can even skyrocket to 1610 points. However, the level seems to be getting more and more difficult to upgrade. Experience from level 4 to level 5. It's already 1.5 times that of upgrading from level 3 to level 4. To upgrade to level 6 now, more experience is needed. Lin Zan shook his head, not paying much attention to this. Anyway, it is difficult for him to advance, and it is even more difficult for others to advance. He just needs to ensure that he is ahead of everyone, and that's it. Immediately afterwards, he checked the Demon King's space again. 2 platinum chests appear in it. It's a pity that there is no diamond-level treasure chest. The grade of the demon statue is still not high enough, and the probability of getting a diamond treasure box is a bit low. Lin Zan thought about it. He didn't use the devil points to evolve these 2 platinum treasure chests. He now has 7 lord points. It's still 3 o'clock, and you can evolve the devil form again. It must be saved to evolve the form of the devil first. The elementary demon king is already so strong. Wouldn't it be more terrifying if it evolved into a middle-level devil king? Therefore, Lin Zan directly opened 2 platinum-level treasure chests. Senin Demon Armor, platinum level, demon armor equipment. After equipped, defense plus 200, crit damage reduction plus 30%. Comes with a cold halo, causing a 30% deceleration effect on enemies within 100 meters around. Hell Chains platinum level, general demon skill book. Summons chains of hell, trapping a single target for 20 seconds. Devil skill book. Is there such a thing? I thought only hunters had skill books to learn. Lin Zan's eyes lit up. He took out the skill book and directly chose to learn. It is worth mentioning that, before level 10, natural skills don't count. No matter hunter or demon, you can only learn up to 3 additional skills. You have learned the extra skill, Hell Chain. Extra skill, 1/3. This restriction does not have much impact on Lin Zan. Anyway, the skills he learned must be of the highest rank. There is no need to learn low-level skills, and there is no need to buy them from outside. By the time Lin Zan gets more skill books, his level has already exceeded level 10, unlocking more extra skill slots. Senin Demon Armor, put it on. Hide the appearance of the equipment. Lin Zan put on the platinum magic armor. As expected of armor equipment, the defense provided by this equipment is twice as high as that of the platinum flame shield Lord of Rings. Certainly, Ring of Flame Shield is immune to 99% fire damage. This attribute is very powerful, which means that Lin Zan doesn't need to be afraid of mage's damage at all in the early stage. This is the power of demon equipment. If it was replaced with hunter equipment of the same level, even with the attribute of fire damage immunity, it probably doesn't exceed 10%. At last, Lin Zan cleaned the battlefield and collected all the gold level equipment dropped by Yi Xiaojun and the others. 4 hunters. There are a total of 13 pieces of gold level equipment. Among them, Yi Xiaojun himself has 4 pieces of gold level mage equipment. Mostly output. Obviously, I didn't expect that the damage of a demon can kill a person in seconds, so I went to pursue the limit output. Unfortunately, in front of Lin Zan, this kid didn't even have a chance to output. Warrior, hunter, and priest equipment, 3 pieces each. Lin Zan squinted his eyes. This equipment was bought by Yi Xiaojun with a lot of money, and it is highly recognizable. In order to avoid trouble, Lin Zan does not intend to use it for members of his own team. Lin Zan himself is not afraid of. But the two sisters, Chao Shanyu and Tang Yingruo, were not demons. It would be a pity if he was in danger and died. I can only find a channel to sell it. Sell it for cash, and get some skill books back. In the market, gold level skill books are several times more expensive than gold level equipment. But Lin Zan has a lot of equipment. No matter what, I can exchange 2 or 3 skill books back. The best, of course, is to be able to change to the mage skill book. Go back and find out where there are hunter-gathering places available for trading. Lin Zan thought about it. Look around. The remaining monsters that were brushed out of the cracks were brought back to their own demon lair, and the monsters were allowed to participate in the construction. Now the nest is a bit crowded. Lin Zan could only drive the slimes with poor labor ability out of the lair. Only a few dozen goblins are left, and the construction continues. Immediately afterwards, Lin Zan left the demon lair and returned to reality. It seems that something happened upstairs. Lin Zan stayed in the den for half an hour. As soon as I returned to the downstairs corner of the apartment, I felt keenly. Outside his room on the 7th floor, there seemed to be signs of a fight. He quickly went up to the 7th floor. At the same time, it's in the Devil's Bar more than 10 kilometers away. The angry voice of the ogre almost spread throughout the entire bar street. Feng Kaixuan, the wife of the old director of Yi's real estate, the proprietress who has been in charge of this bar street for a long time. After gaining the status of a demon, resolutely developed power in his own bar territory. Up to now, nearly 100 demons have occupied this place. However, Feng Kaixuan never expected this. Her son, Yi Xiaojun, was actually killed when he invaded other demon lairs. She has only one son. How can she bear this? Suddenly, all around the Devil's Bar, there was chaos. Hundreds of small monsters were released from the demon lair by the demons. Among this group of monsters, there are goblins, crocodiles, slimes, tauren, dryads, etc. After the demon protected the remaining monsters in the crack. These monsters can be dispatched at will within 24 hours, and can even be brought back to the Blue Star reality. It's just that the demons at this stage let these monsters help in the construction of the lair. Rarely let monsters run out. But now, following Yi Xiaojun's death, the cannibal demon Feng Kaixuan gave an order, and her demons sent out a lot of monsters. Then, march forward in the direction of Lingxi Park. Block Lingxi Park, no hunters are allowed to enter. Don't let that demon have any chance to develop. After 2 days, hire a high-level hunter with a lot of money, enter it, and kill that demon. Feng Kaixuan's order is issued. For this, Lin Zan did not know. It doesn't matter if you know. At most, he would turn himself into the Demon King of Destiny and take a trip to Lingxi Park to deal with those demons. For Lin Zan, it was a piece of cake. At this time, Lin Zan heard the movement and returned to the door of his apartment. Discover. In the corridor, several green lumps struggled on the ground. What the hell is this? Lin Zan was stunned. The 2 daughters, Chao Shanyu and Tang Yingruo, stood aside, each holding a big sword and a priest's scepter in their hands, looking nervous. It wasn't until Lin Zan came back that the 2 women finally breathed a sigh of relief. That's a demon. He has evil intentions. Chao Shanyu swung the big sword viciously, and pointed at the green ones on the ground. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Is a demon. Lin Zan then checked with the Eye of Fate. Yumingji. Identity Devil. Devil form. Clam Demon, Elementary Demon form. Devil level. Level 1. Hunter kills. 0. Demon talent. C grade, the upper limit of HP is increased by 40%. Devil skill. What a demon. Clam Demon. Where did this guy come from? Lin Zan was even more confused. And at the side of the corridor, there was a middle-aged man who was a bit vicissitudes of life, trembling all over, looking terrified. He's my son. Guys, he was just fascinated by ghosts for a while, please let him go. The middle-aged man asked very sincerely. The expression on his face was so anxious that Lin Zan and the others almost knelt down. As such that, Tang Yingruo walked slowly to Lin Zan's side, and spoke softly about the situation. Only now did Lin Zan know. It turned out that the middle-aged man was called by the two women to repair the door. Since the door of Lin Zan's room was completely smashed, it is very difficult to repair it. It is best to change the door. The man intends to check the situation first. Since he didn't get an identity and it was dangerous outside, his son volunteered and decided to protect his father. Listen to middle-aged men say. His son was originally an honest and responsible otaku. But, after the cataclysmic era came, he actually obtained the status of a demon. When I came here, when I saw Chao Shanyu and Tang Yingruo, I immediately felt malicious. Incarnate in the form of a clam demon, trying to do something wrong to the two women. No matter how much his father persuaded him, he couldn't persuade him. In the end, he was cut into several lumps by the two women, struggling in the corridor. This clam demon, Yumingji, is a demon, but because he is in the form of a low-level demon, the extra level is only 1, and his full attributes are only 40 points after incarnation. Of course not Chao Shanyu and Tang Yingruo's opponents. Can such a thing still happen? Lin Zan was a little speechless. He glanced at the few green ones in the corridor. Looking left and right, I finally saw the outline of a toad man. According to reason, when encountering such a thing, Lin Zan naturally wants to wipe out the opponent. But, on the one hand, this guy's father was next to him, so he almost knelt down and begged for mercy. On the other hand, Lin Zan has no way to eradicate it now. After all, if you don't know where the void crack connecting its demon lair is, you can't kill it completely. This big brother, the two sisters, I was really wrong, don't kill me. Even though the clam demon Yumingji was cut into several pieces, he was still able to struggle to make a sound. And, those few tuos seem to be still struggling to get together. The vitality of this demon form is indeed tenacious. Pity, Lin Zan has no sympathy for it. Since I made a mistake. You'd better go back to the lair first and reflect on yourself. Lin Zan said. Raising his hand, a burst of flame exploded and released. It fell directly on those green bodies and burned them to ashes. Finally, the demon turned into black mist and dissipated completely. Looking at this scene, Lin Zan felt a little headache. It would be great if there was a way to know the location of the crack connecting the demon's lair. Otherwise, if you kill the demon, you won't be able to kill it completely. It's really a headache. Overlook the city, the light of the knife under the moonlight. When Lin Zan killed the clam demon, his father, that is, the middle-aged man who cultivated the door, didn't say much, just sighed. After all, he also knew that the demon would not die if he was killed. Returning to reality the next day. I'm really sorry. The middle-aged man apologized to Lin Zan and the others. I will fix this door for you for free. But to be honest, now in this situation, it doesn't make any difference whether this door is repaired or not. Times have changed. It's all messed up. Alas. Soon, Lin Zan brought the more expensive computer and live broadcast equipment in his room to Tang Yingruo's room. After all, this girl's room is on the same floor. The facilities in the apartment are relatively complete. If Lin Zan needs to rest, he can rest on the sofa in the girl's room. Of course, it's too early to rest. Shall we go? To exterminate the devil's lair. After Lin Zan came back, the little beauty Chao Shanyu was a little excited. What's the rush? Lin Zan shook his head. You guys make me something to eat first, I have to go out and do some errands. He turned on the computer, connected to Tang Yingruo's home network, and logged into the community forum. A post was found. The post said that in the Yida Plaza in the center of Zhonghai, there was already a gathering place for hunters to conduct transactions in a unified manner. Now Yida Square is guarded by a large number of official personnel. Only hunters are allowed in. If you want to enter, you must use a hunter skill to prove your identity as a hunter. Go and exchange some skill books first. Lin Zan is quite interested in this trading market. Are you still going out? I want to make you something to eat. When Chao Shanyu heard this, she was furious. What do you think of us? The voice just fell. Goo goo. The little beauty's stomach growled. It made her blush immediately. She looked quite cute. Jojo, look at yourself, you are hungry. Tang Yingruo walked up, pursed her lips and said with a smile, I can't buy any takeaway now, so I can only make it myself. This long-legged girl is still gentle and caring. Lin Zan glanced at her and asked, can you cook by yourself? Anyway, I can eat. Tang Yingruo blushed a little. There are still some ingredients in the refrigerator. Okay, you do it first, I'll go back as soon as I go. Lin Zan nodded and turned off the computer. One dodge and left the room. After leaving, in order to reach the destination as soon as possible, Lin Zan directly found a corner where no one was around, and turned into the form of the Demon King of Destiny. A half-black and half-white figure of a mysterious Demon King. It finally came to Zhonghai City. Incarnation of the Devil King in reality. This feeling is really cool. Lin Zan thought about it. Hang the white sickle of fate on his waist. Facing the cold wind. Fly to the sky. The demon's flying ability only takes effect in reality. In the lair, unable to fly unless specific talent or demon form. And in reality, devils are real devils. From the sky, overlook the entire Zhonghai City. Brightly lit cities and turmoil are much rarer than before. Official fighters are everywhere on patrol. At this time, Lin Zan's keen discovery. There is a large group of small monsters, surrounded by several demons, who seem to be heading towards Linksea Park. A subordinate of that ogre demon. Lin Zan squinted his eyes. Listening to those demons chatting from a distance, let Lin Zan confirm the identity of the other party. Now that you've met it, it's just a good time to exercise your muscles and bones. Next moment, Lin Zan incarnated as the Demon Lord of Destiny. Then he flew towards the large group of monsters at an extremely fast speed. Just a few seconds later, they appeared in front of the path of the group of monsters. With his back to the moonlight, no one can clearly see his half-black and half-white mask. And his mysterious figure appeared. It directly caused the large group of monsters to stop advancing. 4 or 5 demons around them became alert at the same time. Focus on Lin Zan. Ho ho, woo la 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 la. Hiss. The large group of monsters instinctively sensed the danger, and looked at Lin Zan in the sky viciously. Around the street, seeing this, countless civilians hid at home and dared not come out at all. Until the appearance of Lin Zan, the two sides started to confront each other, and only the braver ones quietly lifted the curtains and secretly observed the situation on the street outside the window. Who is it? We are ordered by the ogre demon to block Linksea Park. A tentacle demon, with a mouth full of tentacles flew up first, faced Lin Zan face to face, and snorted coldly, Master Ogre Demon is a high-level demon with A-level demon talent. I advise you to be more sensible. Step aside. It is you who are looking for. Accompanied by a chuckle that seemed to come from hell. A flash of light burst out of the air in an instant. Moonlight. The head of the tentacle demon was separated from the body and flew up. The blood of the devil splashed out. Following the figure of Lin Zan's Demon King, it turned into an afterimage, and the body of the tentacle demon was cut into several pieces. All the demons and monsters present, they didn't react at all. Until the tentacle demon turned into black mist and began to dissipate. The expressions of the other 4 demons changed drastically. Not good. The visitor is not kind. Dagong was actually taken by him in seconds. How is this possible? Dagong is also a level 3 mid-level demon. Subconsciously, all 4 demons were planning to escape. But, fate, spiral. Lin Zan raised his hand. Throw an energy vortex into the field casually, forming a high-speed rotating spiral ball. In an instant, the spiral of fate enveloped the entire 30-meter range. As soon as the 4 demons turned around and flew up, they were pulled back by the spiral. It is impossible to leave the 30-meter range of the spiral of fate. Open wide. Kill. Lin Zan entered the scene instantly. The knife light of Destiny's harvest chopped up several mobs and monsters in an instant. The state of the Reaper instantly superimposes 7 layers. At this moment, Lin Zan's final injury increased by 700%. Centipede Poison Cannon. One of the demons aimed at Lin Zan's afterimage, and directly released a demon skill. A mouthful of green venom was sprayed towards Lin Zan. Unfortunately, Lin Zan is too fast. 1610 full attributes, almost turning him into lightning. Instantly dodged the big mouthful of venom. I saw that venom fell on the wall of a building next to it. It directly corroded a big hole in the wall. A civilian couple who had been peeking behind the wall were so frightened that they fled quickly. In an instant, the scythe of fate swings. A knife at will. Cut the centipede demon into 2 pieces from head to tail. The one-sided killing did not last long. The demons under the 5 ogre demons were all wiped out in less than half a minute. As for the remaining little monsters, most of them were shattered by the sucking damage of the spiral of fate, turning into black mist and dissipating. A small number tried to escape, but Lin Zan turned into afterimages and caught up. Kill it with a single knife. The whole street. It was full of traces of the Great War, and all monsters, mobs and demons were wiped out. On both sides of the street, the residents on the floor all looked at the half-black and half-white figure of the Demon King in shock, put away the scythe of fate, and flew away towards the distance. Good. Strong. Such a terrifying demon already exists. What will this world be like? But it seems that this demon is a good person. He killed all the other demons. So what? Dogs eat dogs. What's more, even if those demons are killed, they will be resurrected in the demon lair. For a while, several small videos from different perspectives were uploaded to the community forum. The popularity of the clique suddenly skyrocketed. In the video screen, the half-black and half-white mysterious demon figure made countless people look at it with fear. This demon is too powerful to fight. In almost everyone's impression, among the ones they have heard and seen, the scariest one, none of them. Throughout the battle, you can hardly see his figure clearly in the video. Only afterimages are left. Can you see how fast it is? Over the city, Lin Zan quickly flew in the direction of Yida Plaza. He is so cool. As if some kind of constraint has been lifted, people can't help being a little addicted. Although he is outside and encounters demons, he does not have the buff status of Destiny comes. However, just relying on the completely crushed attribute value and the accompanying scythe of fate is enough to kill any opponent. Can imagine, just after that wave of killings, the cannibal demon Feng Kaishuan was afraid that she would vomit blood in anger. Certainly, Lin Zan is not in a hurry to find her now. Anyway, if you find it, you can't kill her completely. It's better to focus on completing what you should do first, and continue to improve your own strength. Suddenly, Lin Zan noticed a relatively large commotion in the old city below. Looking down from a height, in a small alley, he saw a girl with a sharp figure who was being hunted down by 2 demons. He casually glanced down. With the eyes of fate, I saw the girl's talent. Seeing that talent immediately made Lin Zan stop. A-level hunter talent, bounty hunter. Killing monsters in void cracks has a 40% chance of dropping additional loot. After killing the demon in reality, you can get its Nest Beacon. Nest Beacon. Use the beacon to create a teleportation channel that lasts for 3 minutes, leading to the demon's lair. When Lin Zan saw this talent, what a pleasant surprise. I still had a headache just now. Even if I kill the demon, I can't completely kill it. Unexpectedly, now the opportunity has come. The talent of this girl. In this era of catastrophe, its importance is self-evident. Once discovered, whether it is a hunter, demon, it's even official. He will definitely control, protect and use her. And now, such an opportunity, before Lin Zan's eyes. Han Yua, identity hunter. Occupation, assassin. Level, 2. Number of demons killed, 0. Hunter talent, A-level, bounty hunter. Hunter skills, under the eyes of fate. Lin Zan checked the details of the sensitive girl. He found, this girl named Han Yua is already level 2, which means she has already entered the void crack. But never killed a demon. Visible, the girl's trip to the void crack should have left after killing 90% of the monsters. As for whether the devil let her go, or her team let the devil go, Lin Zan doesn't know. Bounty hunter, this talent is too cool. Although there is no combat ability bonus. However, killing monsters in the cracks has a chance to drop extra loot. This effect alone is worth my attention. Not to mention, after killing the demon in reality, she can also get the demon's lair beacon. No doubt, this talent provides a way to completely kill the devil. For anyone in this age of catastrophe, it all means a lot. Certainly, at this stage, no one else should know about Han Yua's talent. That is to say, Lin Zan has the Eye of Destiny skill to check her details. It just so happens that there is still a shortage of people in the team. You can try to pull her into the team. Lin Zan thought about it. Immediately, he flew towards the alley. In the alleys of the old city, Han Yua was running away quickly. Behind her, there are two demons, chasing after them. Most importantly, she knew both of those demons. She comes from a middle-class family in Zhonghai City and is a student of a dance academy. When the era of Catastrophe comes, she was dancing at school and directly obtained the status of a hunter. She had wanted to go home. But there were a few little sisters who had a lot of fun, so they insisted on dragging her in to avoid crack. So, she followed suit and chose the assassin profession. Killing monsters all the way, quickly rose to level 2. The expected demon did not appear, but a voice told them to kill more monsters and leave as soon as possible. Why not do it if you can kill monsters and develop without risk? So, they did not enter the devil's lair. Instead, after killing 90% of the monsters, he left the demon lair. Until after leaving, when they recalled it, they realized that the voice of the demon in the lair just now was like their dance teacher. Then can't we keep gaining experience? A little sister raised it excitedly. Turn out, as long as the demon lets go of even one invading hunter, the void rift leading to its lair will disappear from its original position and regenerate in a farther place. Therefore, it is not feasible to use this method to gain experience. In the community forum, someone has researched it. A demon, even if only 2 or 3 times let the hunter go, the cracks in the void will spread thousands of kilometers away. And this time, Han Yua found that she had a lot of missed calls on her mobile phone, which were from her parents. She immediately called back. Result: prompt that the phone cannot be connected. No matter the phone number of parents is the same, this makes Han Yua a little panicked. She said goodbye to the little sisters first, and then went home. The result is at home. She saw the corpses of her father and mother appeared in front of her. It was the two demons chasing her now. These two people turned out to be her high school classmates. I've fantasized about her since high school. But the advent of the cataclysmic era gave the two boys the status of demons, and they hit it off immediately, and teamed up to Han Yua's home. Han Yua turned and fled on the spot. When she chose the hunter profession and rose to level 2, all her attributes reached 20 points, twice that of an ordinary person. Coupled with her talent in learning dance since she was a child, her body flexibility is far beyond that of ordinary people. Escape in areas with complex terrain. Those two demons are really not so easy to catch up with. But those two demons, after being transformed into demon form, also have at least 40 points of all attributes. It's now. Han Yua was out of breath, his chest heaved greatly, and his stamina was about to run out. On the other hand, those two demons. But he still followed calmly like a cat teasing a mouse. Han Yua, you can't escape, ha 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 ha. Be obediently my slave, otherwise, you will end up like your parents. Listening to the words of two high school classmates, Han Yua couldn't think of. These two guys are actually so dark in their hearts. As soon as you get the status of a demon, you dare to kill people. Them, be real demons. About, persist in. I can't stop. Han Yua's physical exertion is getting closer and closer to the limit. There was a blur in front of my eyes. Sudden, a small stone tripped her, staggered, her slender and delicate body fell towards the ground. At this time, a boy's figure appeared in front of her. Reach out and hold her firmly. Appearing in front of Han Yua. Of course it is Lin Zan. He released the form of the Demon King of Destiny, and supported the girl Han Yua who was about to fall. Have to say, this girl's body is really soft. However, before Lin Zan could say anything, the two demons had already caught up. Brat, get out of here. One of the bull-headed demons, seeing that the goddess, who was about to get his hands, was actually supported by a boy of unknown origin, and he suddenly looked unhappy. Want to be a hero? You have to weigh whether you have that strength. Another flying mosquito demon immediately sneered. Puff, a flying mosquito pierced the air towards Lin Zan's head. Swish, Lin Zan stretched out his arms to hug Han Yua, and with a dodge, he dodged the attack of the opponent's demon skill. What? Lin Zan's terrifying speed made the faces of the two demons change. Before they could react, Lin Zan had already stepped in front of the bull-headed demon. Boom, just one punch. The bull-headed demon was smashed to the ground, even the horns on the bull's head were smashed. This guy has absolutely no power to resist. Immediately after, Lin Zan punched several times in a row, causing the bricks under this guy's head to shatter. After opening, Destiny Unleashed. Even if it's just Lin Zan in human form, the attack speed and movement speed have also reached a terrifying level. Just 2 seconds, this bull-headed demon has already lost its fighting power. Nima, is this thing still human? The expression of another flying mosquito demon changed greatly upon seeing this. Immediately flapped the mosquito's wings, wanting to fly towards the sky and escape. But, Ice Storm, Lin Zan raised his hand. Directly release a mage level 5 skill. The ice and snow gathered to form a storm, which directly injured the flying mosquito demon and was slowed down by 50%. Fire Sprint. With a sprint, Lin Zan created a path of flames in midair, and his whole figure reached the top of the flying mosquito demon. Then, another hard punch, slamming the flying mosquito demon towards the ground, like a meteorite, smashed a pit in the ground. In a short time, it can even be said that it is just a face-to-face meeting. Lin Zan crushed these two demons with super high basic attributes, making them completely lose their fighting power. In terms of health, these two demons have only a little blood left. Lin Zan didn't kill them on purpose. Of course it was for Han Yua to kill. Only Han Yua can get the Devil's Nest beacon, if he kills it. Thus, follow the beacon and slay the demon for good. Give it to you. Lin Zan walked aside, smiled at the girl Han Yua who was barely leaning against the wall, and said. Until now, the girl was still in shock. For Lin Zan, she hadn't expected it at all. Apart from being handsome, this boy who is inconspicuous at all has such terrifying fighting power. Hunter can actually hang and beat the devil. Thanks. Thanks. Han Yua expressed his thanks with some difficulty. Not only Xie Lin Zan saved her, I am even more grateful to Lin Zan for giving her the opportunity to kill demons. She gritted her teeth, holding a short assassin blade tightly in her hand, and reluctantly walked towards the bull-headed demon and the flying mosquito demon that had been severely injured. Ha, ahem, ha ha ha, Han Yua, don't be complacent. We demons are immortal. Sooner or later, I will ride you. The bull-headed demon who collapsed on the ground hadn't finished speaking. Then Han Yua raised the knife and stabbed it in the chest. He died instantly, turned into black mist, and returned to the demon's lair to be revived. At the same time, a thumb-sized crystal-light body emerged from the bull-headed demon. Han Yua moved quickly grabbed it in my hand. That should be the nest beacon. Seeing this, Lin Zan wanted to laugh a little. It seems that Han Yua still wants to hide her talent. As everyone knows, Lin Zan has already seen through her talent. The other flying mosquito demon was also executed by the girl in the same way, and was completely killed with the assassin's short blade. And after killing these two demons, Han Yua was completely exhausted. He fell back, leaned against the railing, and gasped for breath with his head bowed. You, who is it? She didn't look up, but Lin Zan knew that she was asking herself. I'm just an ordinary passerby. Lin Zan patted the dust on his body, and said with a light smile. Thank you. The girl thanked her again. And in the voice of thanks. When Lin Zan heard it, the girl seemed to be sobbing faintly. Until then, the grief of her parents being killed surged out of her heart, and tears flowed down her face completely. What's wrong with you? Lin Zan asked. My parents, woo-woo. I want revenge. Being asked such a question, the girl couldn't hold back her tears. For a while, she fell to her knees weakly, crying with her head in her arms. She cried and told. Soon, Lin Zan finally understood the girl's situation. It turns out that she is a student of the dance academy, no wonder her body is so soft and flexible. Unexpectedly, her parents were killed by demons, which is quite pitiful. But, doesn't this take the opportunity to take her down? Although it is not a gentleman to take advantage of the situation. But for Lin Zan, now is the best time to gain this girl's trust. What are your plans now? Lin Zan also leaned on the railing, asking the girl beside him who was still sobbing. I want revenge. The girl shook her little hand tightly. In her hand, there are those two demons' lair beacons. But, she is hesitating. Do you want to tell this passerby named Lin Zan about your talent? Although Lin Zan saved her, but she knows that her talent is of great significance. Once exposed, she will become a thorn in the eyes of countless demons. By the time, I'm afraid no one can keep her. If you want revenge, you have to become stronger first. Lin Zan glanced at her. Do you have teammates? No. Han Yua was a little frustrated. On the way to escape, she called her best friend from the dance academy for help. The first crack in the void was her best friend who dragged her into it. Result: as soon as she heard that she was being hunted by demons, the other party hung up the phone in fright, for fear of involving himself. There is no doubt that she is a superficial girlfriend. This kind of teammate, forget it. Now, Han Yua wonders who can help her. Except for Lin Zan. Do you want to ask the authorities for help? But she knew very well that once her innate ability was known to the authorities, the situation would be very bad. After all, officials have demons too. And her talent is absolutely fatal to demons. The devil in the official power. Would she allow such a talent to exist? My team is still short of one person, Lin Zan said suddenly. Upon hearing this, the girl's eyes lit up. From the short battle just now, she already knew Lin Zan's strength very well. If she can join Lin Zan's team, there is no doubt that she will also become stronger. Can I join? The girl asked expectantly. Tell me what your talent is first. Lin Zan glanced at her. My talent. Han Yua was a little nervous. It's a bounty hunter. After the cracks participate in killing monsters, there is a 40% chance that monsters will drop extra loot. Obviously, she didn't mention her most critical natural ability. Lin Zan was also a little disappointed. He shook his head. Your talent is not bad, but unfortunately, my team lacks a strong output. Ah, Han Yua was taken aback. If you want a strong output, she really doesn't count. After all, her talent has no buff to output. Certainly. Lin Zan glanced at her tightly clenched little hand. If you have some other special abilities, maybe I can let you join. Special power. The girl's heart tightened. She saw Lin Zan's eyes. In retrospect, although she just grabbed the demon beacon in her hand as quickly as possible, but with Lin Zan's strength, how could she not notice it? She kept 2 demon lair beacons tightly. The heartbeat is getting faster and faster. She's still wary. Don't dare to tell Lin Zan the real talent effect. Even if you miss an opportunity to join the powerful hunter team. Don't be too nervous. Seeing this, Lin Zan smiled softly and said, since we want to be teammates with each other, we should treat each other honestly. For example, my talent is the A-level talent, Spell Hammer, which provides 100% spell critical strike rate. The fighters in my team have A-level talents to block and counterattack, and can perfectly block any attack with their operations. Our priest is a big tit. He is also an A-level talent, and the healing amount is directly doubled. So, and you? The voice fell. Lin Zan extended his hand sincerely towards the girl. For a moment, the girl's heart was touched a little. She hesitated one last time. Then, I don't know if it's Lin Zan's words, Lin Zan's sincerity, or Lin Zan's smile. Or maybe it's all put together. Let her brain heat up. I can also get the lair beacon from the demon. As long as I kill the demon in reality, I can follow the clues and go to his lair. As soon as the words are finished. As soon as she was blown by the cold wind, she regretted it instantly. Ruined. He actually said it. But, not only did she finish speaking, she even held hands with Lin Zan's outstretched hand before she knew it. 2 cold beacons of the demon's lair were held together by the palms of the 2 of them. And at this time, Lin Zan listened to the words that came out of her mouth, felt the soft little hands holding her, and finally heaved a sigh of relief. This girl, sure enough, young. I have never experienced social dangers. It was said right away. Lin Zan deliberately led the other party to speak out. After all, if Lin Zan exposed it, it would be easy for the other party to become alert. Maybe there will be some gaps. It's much safer now. Welcome. Lin Zan smiled. Han Yua wanted to cry but had no tears. It's a pity that it's too late to regret it now. She has a feeling that she seems to be on a thief ship. But, as long as she can avenge her parents, she doesn't care so much now. After joining Lin Zan's team, with her own demon beacon, it is a piece of cake to completely kill those 2 demons. After more than 10 minutes. Zhanghai City, Yida Plaza. Here, the crowd is surging. According to the official arrangement, hundreds of relatively powerful hunters came here to trade equipment and skill books. A man and a woman walked side by side towards the gate of the square. It was Lin Zan who brought Han Yua. At this time, the two wore a clown mask and a rabbit mask respectively. "You two, hunters." Soon, two official fighters came forward and stopped them. "Let's show some skills." Lin Zan looked around. He just found out. It turns out that most of the official soldiers guarding the square are demons. Right, devils don't die in reality. It is safest to let demons guard such an important trading place. Lin Zan nodded secretly. Facing interrogation, he casually threw a fireball to show his identity as a mage. As for Han Yua, on the other hand, there is an assassin level 1 skill, Energy Dart. This skill is equivalent to a fireball and has no special effects. It can be regarded as the signature skill of an assassin. Okay, let's go in. Remember, fair trade, don't make trouble inside. The two official fighters gave a reminder and then moved out of the way. They didn't intervene in the behavior of the two wearing masks to hide their identities. Then, Lin Zan led the girl into the square, watching the hunters coming and going. Lin Zan looked forward to it. He had just killed the bull-headed demon and the flying mosquito demon, which looked very simple, but he still felt that his mage skills were too few. Take advantage of this time, get more mage skills back. Inside Yida Plaza, crowded, Lin Zan wore a clown mask and Han Yua a cute rabbit mask. This mask, it was Lin Zan who took it when he passed by a mask shop. The reason is not to buy. It was because there was no one selling the mask shop at all, and the window glass had been smashed long ago, and the cash box was looted. Lin Zan thought that what he wanted to sell was the gold level equipment that Yi Xiaojun had bought before. Wearing a mask can avoid many unnecessary troubles. From the first floor to the third floor, the silver level trading market. Fourth and fifth floors, gold level trading market. The first and second floors of the basement are the hunter team hall. Lin Zan entered the square and checked the navigation. He took Han Yua and walked towards the elevator. If he wanted to trade gold level equipment and buy gold level skill books, he had to go to the fourth and fifth floors. And Han Yua, following closely behind Lin Zan, he was still a little uneasy. Until now, she was not sure whether Lin Zan was really trustworthy. But, thinking that Lin Zan even told her about the talents of the three members of the team first, she still temporarily held down the anxiety. Not to mention, just after she agreed to join the team, Lin Zan gave her 3 pieces of gold equipment and a gold skill book. She knows the value of these things well. Lin Zan just gave it to her. It shows that she trusts her very much. Smart pendant gold level assassin jewelry. Attack speed plus 20%. Assassin skill, flash step backstab, damage increased by 40%. Wild leather armor, gold level assassin armor. Defense plus 55, dexterity plus 20, attack plus 20. Arc cutting, gold level assassin skill book. Release the knife light, cut all enemies within 5 meters around, cause 200 points of basic physical damage, and apply a bleeding effect lasting 9 seconds, 300 points of bleeding total damage. Cooldown 6 seconds. These 2 pieces of gold equipment and skill books are for assassins only. It was dropped by Yi Xiaojun after killing the gold level monster boss in Lin Zan's crack. This equipment is not used anyway. It doesn't hurt to give it to Han Yua. In addition, the gold level necromancer dagger that Lin Zan dropped from killing the spirit demon before. Now Han Yua's equipment and configuration can be said to be better than Lin Zan's. Certainly, in terms of combat effectiveness, 10 Han Yua couldn't beat 1 Lin Zan. In order to deal with possible accidents, Han Yua has already changed into 3 pieces of equipment, and has learned the gold level skill of arc cutting. A water blue flexible pendant hangs on the chest. The tight black wild leather armor outlined her soft and slender perfect curves. She was originally a student of the dance academy. Needless to say, the figure. Once wearing the tight black leather armor, the whole body exudes amazing charm. Certainly, now she is wearing a bunny mask. Let others not dare to approach easily. Soon, she followed Lin Zan to the 4th floor of Yida Plaza. The original shops in the square have been closed and temporarily rented by the government to trade with hunters. On the 4th and 5th floors, there are indeed a lot fewer hunters. Lin Zan looked around. After all, it is the place to trade gold level props. At this stage, There are quite a few hunter teams who have killed demons, but most of them get skill books or equipment, which are used by their own team, and not many of them are sold. When Lin Zan and Han Yua came upstairs, it quickly attracted the attention of many people around. Gold equipment for each profession, only for exchange and not for sale. 3 pieces of equipment are exchanged for a skill book, preferably a mage's, and the equipment is optional. Lin Zan said calmly. Both demon and hunter identities have their own storage space. When he finished speaking, he took out a total of 13 gold level equipment from the storage space. In addition to assassin equipment, it can be said to have everything. This scene, it directly changed the faces of the surrounding hunters slightly. So many gold level equipment. Isn't that too generous? What are the identities of this masked man and woman? They can actually come up with so much equipment. How many demons must have been killed? They look very young, I'm afraid they are still students. Everyone around whispered, and according to Lin Zan's perception, can completely hear these words clearly. Fine, no one has any ill intentions. After all, anyone who can get so much gold equipment knows that it is not easy to mess with. Soon, some people became interested in the equipment Lin Zan brought out. A group of 4 strong men came to Lin Zan. Lin Zan casually glanced at the 4 of them. Good guy, 3 fighters and 1 priest. What kind of strange hunter team is this? Lin Zan was shocked. Certainly, he was wearing a clown mask, and he didn't show anything wrong. Warrior and priest equipment, do you have it? The leader, a bald warrior named Deng Mo, nodded to Lin Zan and asked. This guy looks fierce. It's kind of nice to talk about. Have. Lin Zan launched 3 pieces of fighter equipment and 3 pieces of priest equipment. Good guy. Deng Mo's eyes lit up. 6 pieces of gold equipment at once. And their team can eat it all. Due to the problem of team configuration, Deng Mo and the others are short of fighter equipment, and the other professional equipment and skill books found in the crack are useless. So come to Yida Square to trade with other hunters. Originally, what they thought was bartering. After all, if you really want to use cash, a piece of gold equipment can sell for at least 400,000 to 500,000 now. They can't come up with that much money. Bartering is just fine. I happen to have 2 mage skill books here, take a look, can I change them? Deng Mo took out 2 skill books and displayed them in front of Lin Zan. Gold level skill books are exchanged for gold level equipment. If one is exchanged for 3, based on the market price, it is still a bit of a loss. After all, the market price of skill books is around 2 million. But the victory lies in the large number of Lin Zan. Deng Mo can still accept it. Lin Zan took a look. Lightning Coil, Gold Level, Mage Skill Book. Lock on the target, release a cluster of lightning energy, entangle the target, cause 120 points of magic damage per second, and slow down by 50%, lasting for 5 seconds. Cooldown for 15 seconds. Note, the deceleration of this skill has a full effect on demons. Elemental Surge, Gold Level, Mage Skill Book. Within 8 seconds after opening, the casting speed increases by 100%, and the spell damage increases by 50%. Cooldown 60 seconds. Thunder and Lightning Entwine, Elements Surge. Lin Zan glanced and nodded. Both skills are good. Although it is not particularly against the sky, it can also improve the combat power of his mage a lot. Especially Thunder and Lightning Coil. The control skills released by ordinary hunters, demons have 90% control resistance, and the control effect is often not satisfactory. But this Thunder and Lightning Entanglement, it can actually cause a full deceleration effect on the devil. And this is a locking skill, not to mention high damage, and it also slows down. Even if Lin Zan turns into the Devil of Fate, being equipped with such a skill, the combat power will be greatly reduced. Make a deal. Lin Zan nodded, handed over 6 pieces of equipment, and obtained 2 mage skill books. Brother, do you want to give me a contact information? After the deal, Deng Mo was in a good mood. He glanced at Lin Zan and Han Yua. We don't have mages or assassins in our team. It's a pity that there is a piece of mage equipment that has just been exchanged with someone else. When we have things for mages and assassins in the future, let's trade them again. It's not just for the trade. Also want to get acquainted with a powerful hunter. The era of catastrophe. Even if it's just for self-protection, Deng Mo wants to meet more powerful people. Leave your number behind. If there is a need, I will take the initiative to contact you. Lin Zan said. Okay. Dunmer nodded. He understood that Lin Zan didn't want to reveal his identity. He didn't bother, left a mobile phone number, and left with his teammates. Lin Zan learned both skill books on the spot. Thunder Coil can lock the released damage and deceleration skills, which is much stronger than the natural skills of mages. Elemental Surge is a buff skill. Within 8 seconds after it is turned on, the casting speed is increased by 100%, and the spell damage is increased by 50%. This gain is really good. You know, even with Lin Zan's current attributes, it takes about 0.5 seconds to release the fireball. Not to mention other mages. And after turning on the Surge of Elements, Lin Zan can release 4 or 5 flame balls in 1 second. Spell damage is also increased by 50%. It can be said. After activating this Surge of Elements, Lin Zan can almost become a spell fortress. There are still 7 pieces of equipment. After the transaction is over, we will go back to your home first. Lin Zan said to the girl behind him. Han Yua stayed behind Lin Zan, looking very quiet. She knows. Lin Zan wanted to take her back and settle down with her parents first. Just thinking about this, the girl couldn't help crying. But she knew that she was the only one left now. She must be strong. At this time, Lin Zan stared. He saw a beautiful woman with a great figure coming to the 4th floor, wearing sunglasses and wearing a shawl with long black hair. Wearing jeans and a sports jacket, her long legs are elastic when she walks, attracting many people's attention. And Lin Zan paid attention to her not because of her appearance, but because this woman is not a hunter, but a demon. Why are there demons here? Lin Zan was a little surprised. Even though he's a monster himself. But he has a double identity. It is by virtue of the status of a mage that one can enter Yida Plaza. And this kind of ability, the woman in front of me doesn't have it. Under the eyes of Lin Zan's fate, all the information about that beauty is invisible. Lu Wei, Identity Demon. Demon Form. Dark Witch Advanced Demon Form. Devil Level. Level 5. Number of hunters killed, 12. Demon Talent. Level A. Source of Darkness. All attributes of all summoned objects are increased by 300%. Demon Skills. Dark Temptation. Summon Dark Wolf. Summon Hellstone Man. Summon Dark Warlock. This is clearly a demon. An out-and-out female devil. So, how did she get in Yida Plaza? Just when Lin Zan was puzzled. This dark witch named Lu Wei has already walked in front of Lin Zan. The young man has quite a lot of equipment. How to sell? 500,000 pieces. Lu Wei glanced at the equipment displayed by Lin Zan, and asked casually. The voice is crisp and capable, with the demeanor of a strong woman. As soon as I heard this voice, Lin Zan suddenly remembered. He had heard this voice before. Is it an official person? Lin Zan's heart skipped a beat. At that time, downstairs in his apartment, he was besieged by several demons as soon as he came out after killing the undead demons. Then, it was the official fighters who killed the demons. Among them, Guan Kai, the black-winged demon, originally wanted to escape by virtue of his wounded and invisible talent. But he was still caught by this woman, sent back to the Devil's Lair. Is this Lu Wei the captain of the official team at that time? Summon the Dark Wolf, with anti-hidden skills. No wonder the black-winged demon couldn't escape even though he was invisible. Such an official figure is actually a devil. And it is the demon who has killed 12 hunters in the crack. When Lin Zan learned that this Lu Wei was an official person, he had no doubts about her being able to enter this Yida Plaza. This place was originally guarded by the government. The right belongs to the official demon to come in, there is no problem at all. Pity. Regarding Lu Wei's question, Lin Zan chose to refuse. I'm sorry, it's only for exchange, not for sale. Okay, thanks. Lu Wei chuckled lightly. She wasn't bothered either, and after being rejected by Lin Zan, she turned around and left, looking for other hunters around her. And they are all purchased directly. Lin Zan sees her actions. The government is really rich and powerful. Is this for the official procurement of equipment? Soon, Lu Wei purchased dozens of gold-level equipment and left. And Lin Zan also used 3 pieces of mage equipment and 3 pieces of hunter equipment each in exchange for 2 skill books. These 2 skill books, one for priests and one for warriors. It's a pity that I can't change to the mage skill book. But there's no need for Lin Zan to wait here, it's a waste of time. Change some. Bright Retribution, gold level, priest skill book. Summons a great sword of light, causing 100 points of basic magic damage to enemies in the area, double damage to demons and monsters. Cooldown 5 seconds. Steel Holy Shield, gold level, warrior skill book. After opening, gain 60% damage reduction effect for 6 seconds. Cooldown 45 seconds. 1 is the priest's output skills. Many people think that pastors don't need output. Lin Zan thinks that no matter what kind of job he has, he still needs to be able to protect himself a bit. And this warrior skill, it is a damage reduction skill that lasts for 6 seconds. I learned it for Chao Shanyu, which can greatly improve her survivability. At last, Lin Zan still has a gold rank mage ring left. There's one more item, keep it for later. Transaction complete. Lin Zan took Han Yua away. I still have something to do, I will go back later. Lin Zan sent Tang Yingruo a message. Be careful yourself. The long-legged girl replied quickly. Put away your phone. Lin Zan took Han Yua all the way to her house. Garden City. This is a mid-range community in Zhonghai City. The girl Han Yua's home is here. The closer to home. Girls are more frightened. She is afraid. Goodbye to the dead bodies of parents. But no matter what, this must be settled first, and they can't be left there forever. After the catastrophic event, there is no one guarding the gate of the community. Anyway, demons can fly around. Access control is meaningless. Han Yua took Lin Zan into the community, and walked towards the house skillfully. Her family lives on the 16th floor. The 2 walked out of the empty elevator. Where is your house? Lin Zan frowned and asked. It's the first house on the left. Han Yua said. She summoned up her courage and was about to step forward to open the door. Lin Zan suddenly took her hand. Etc. There's a demon inside. Lin Zan leaned close to her ear and said in a low voice. Quote exclamation mark quote. The girl opened her eyes wide and her heart beat faster. Her home. There are still demons. Outside the door. Lin Zan took Han Yua's hand. Through the door. The partition wall uses the Eye of Fate. As long as it is within the distance, the Eye of Destiny can take effect. Dai Changye. Identity Devil. Demon form. Demon Fire Demon, high level demon form. Devil level. Level 4. Number of hunters killed, 8. Demon talent. Grade B, demon skill damage increased by 40%. Devil skill. It really is a devil. Demon Fire Demon. Who is this guy? Etc. His name is Dai Changye. I also met a person surnamed Dai before. Lin Zan thought back. When I first met Han Yua, one of the 2 demons chasing her was called Dai Dong. The bull-headed demon, Dai Dong. Could it be that Dai Changye has something to do with that Dai Dong? Han Yua's home. There was a demon with black flames all over his body, sitting on the glass tea table in front of the sofa. Why don't you sit on the couch? It's because he's on fire. If you sit on the sofa, the whole house will burn down. From Dai Changye's point of view, the houses in this community are pretty good. Now, both the hostess and hostess of this house have been killed. He can completely occupy this house. And the reason why he appeared here is because he is indeed the cousin of that bull-headed demon Dai Dong. Turn out to be, after the bull-headed demon Dai Dong was killed by Lin Zan, he was sent back to the demon lair. The more he thought about it, the angrier he became. Then he contacted his cousin, Dai Changye. Because he remembered that his cousin had acquired a high-level demon form, so he must be very strong. Between demons and demons, private chats can be set up with the consent of both parties. Then, cousin, that girl was rescued by a mage. The more I think about it, the more unwilling I become. Cousin, if you don't make a move, that girl will definitely have a room with that kid tonight. Under the guidance of Dai Dong, Dai Changye quickly came to the alley in the old city where Lin Zan rescued Han Yua, but he didn't see anyone. Go to her house. Her parents' corpses are lying at home, she must go back and resettle them first. Just sit back and wait for the rabbit. Cousin, you have to kill that mage boy and let him know that mere hunters don't fight as demons. At last, Dai Changye came to Han Yua's home. seeing the dead bodies of her parents. Feeling a little unlucky, she turned into the demonic form of the demon fire demon and burned her parents' bodies to ashes. Then sit on the coffee table and wait. Until there was a click. The door was opened from the outside. Demon fire demon Dai Chungye slowly stood up from the coffee table and looked towards the door. Really, I saw a man and a woman as described by my cousin. When he saw Han Yua, obviously brightened. I have to say that now Han Yua is wearing a black tight-fitting leather armor. His figure is so attractive that Dai Chungye fell in love with it immediately, and his heart was moved on the spot. Although, after becoming a demon, Dai Chungye has already forced 2 women. But, those 2 women, how can they be more interesting than the assassin girl in front of them? It's still the old way. I'll beat him half to death first, you kill him last and get his demon lair beacon. Before entering the door, Lin Zan had already ordered Han Yua. Han Yua nodded cautiously. When the door opens, what came into view was a 2-meter-tall black flame demon standing up from the living room. Just looking at the momentum, it is completely different from the previous bull-headed demons, mosquito demons and the like. This is a powerful demon. Careful. The girl held Lin Zan's hand tightly. Obviously worried. She knew that Lin Zan was very strong, and even the level of demons in front of her had been killed before, otherwise it would be impossible to get so many gold-level equipment. But, in her opinion, it should have been done by Lin Zan's entire team. When really facing a powerful demon, just rely on Lin to choose a mage. Can you really handle it? Rest assured. Lin Zan felt the warmth in his hand and smiled slightly. In the eyes of others, this magic fire demon may be terrifying. But for Lin Zan, this guy is just delivering food. To know, the magic fire demon's demon skills basically deal fire damage. And Lin Zan has a fire shield Lord of the Rings on his body. Platinum level devil equipment. At this stage, a level hardly anyone has. 99% fire damage immunity. In front of this effect, the magic fire demon, which mainly deals with fire damage, can't be Lin Zan's opponent at all. Next moment, Lin Zan let go of the girl's little hand. With a flash of figure, he rushed towards the magic fire demon. Court death. A mere mage, dare to be so inflated. Dai Chungye, the magic fire demon, snorted when he saw Lin Zan rushing towards him. But soon, his face changed slightly, because he found out. Lin Zan's speed is too fast. Even, already faster than his speed. To know, Dai Chungye itself is a high-level demon form that is unique in thousands, and the basic attributes increase by 15 points for each level. After incarnation, there is a 300% bonus to all attributes. Now, his total attribute has reached 300 points. This attribute let him be able to do a job with ease even when facing the hunter team. Hunters at this stage basically can't even reach 100 attributes, let alone be on par with him. And now, Lin Zan, a hunter mage, is actually faster than him. What's the matter? Dai Chungye was stunned. Of course he didn't know. Now Lin Zan's basic full attribute has reached 230 points, including the 20-point attribute of the gold level, Ring of Unnecessary Death, a total of 250 basic full attributes. Although not incarnate in the form of the Destiny Demon King. But he can activate Destiny Unleashed. Movement speed and attack speed increased by 100%. Let Lin Zan's fastest speed reach the strength of 500 points of all attributes. By contrast, Dai Chungye's 300-point full attribute is still in the form of a demon, and he is purely his younger brother. There should be some acceleration skills. However, so what if it's fast? After being shocked for a moment, Dai Chungye quickly regained his composure. After all, he is a high-level demon. The scariest thing is not the speed, but demon skills. This kid is a mage. It's not good to release skills remotely. You actually want to cuddle with me? Could it be a fool? Dai Chungye snorted coldly, immediately raised his hand. Unleash demon skills, surrounded by magic fire. This skill has no defensive ability, but it can create a layer of black magic fire around one's body, continuously burning the surrounding enemies. For a while, all kinds of combustibles in the room were burned. This magic fire surrounding damage is extremely high. There were hunter warriors who invaded before, and after being scalded twice, they turned into ashes. However, Boom! Lin Zan rushed over. With a wave of his hand, it landed directly on the face of the magic fire demon. The terrifying power caused the unprepared fire demon to be blown away from his entire body. He was smashed directly out of the balcony. A series of glass-shattering sounds spread. The figure of the black magic fire demon flew more than 10 meters before finally stopping in midair. This power, so strong, Dai Changye, the devil fire demon, was suddenly shocked. This punch was able to knock him away from the majestic high-ranking demon. That kid, what exactly is it? Obviously, Lin Zan's punch was entirely aimed at knocking the magic fire demon out of the room. Lest the devil's skills be released and burn the whole building down. Go get the fire extinguisher. Lin Zan knocked the demon away with one punch, and gave instructions to the girl Han Yua without looking back. In the room, something is already burning, and he is not afraid of flames at all. Instead of retreating, he faced the flames. Go to the balcony. Under the protection of the flame shield Lord Ring, these flames were no different from tickling to him. Then, elements surge, lightning coil, ice storm. The flames explode, turn on elemental surge. In an instant, a series of spells bombarded the magic fire demon in the sky indiscriminately. For a while, Dai Changye was stunned. The firepower of this mage. Is it too fierce? Compared with the mage who invaded his lair before, his strength is many times stronger. The paralysis from thunder and lightning, biting cold from an ice storm, and the burning sensation from the flames. Let Dai Changye know clearly. He was broken. The opponent's damage, extremely high. This kid, it seems that you are not afraid of my magic fire damage at all. I don't know why though. But if that's the case, I'm afraid I'm no match for him. Want to run? For a moment, Dai Changye even felt like shrinking back. After all, he is a demon and can fly. If he wanted to run, he felt that Lin Zan would definitely not be able to catch up. But, run away from your sister. I am a devil. You can be resurrected even if you die, so what the hell is running away? At this time, through the balcony, Dai Changye saw that Han Yua had brought a fire extinguisher bottle from the corridor and was about to put out the fire in the house. This made the fire demon's face harden. Can't handle this guy. I still can't handle that girl. Take this girl away, let's talk after you're done. Following Dai Changye's thought, he immediately released his skill, Demon Fire Dispel. This skill can dispel all the control effects on him. For a while, all the thunder and lightning entanglements and ice storm deceleration disappeared from him. Next moment, his figure turned into a cluster of black flames, and flew towards Han Yua in the room. According to his judgment, according to the current relative positions of Lin Zan and Han Yua, it is absolutely too late for Lin Zan to save Han Yua. However, just when he had just flown to the balcony, Lin Zan in the room suddenly opened his palm. Chains of Hell. This is demon skill. Accompanied by Lin Zan's shot, 7 or 8 black bone chains appeared in the surrounding void instantly entwining Dai Changye's demon body and locking it completely. Dai Changye, the magic fire demon, was directly trapped by the chains from hell. His complexion suddenly changed. He found that he was completely unable to move when he was trapped by the chain. Can't even release skills, can't even speak. The most important is this hell chain skill can trap him for 20 seconds. It's outrageous. No matter what, Dai Changye couldn't imagine. There is a hunter's control skill, which can control the demon for 20 seconds. Pity, the guy doesn't know. Lin Zan's hell chains are not hunter skills, but demon skills. Under normal circumstances, it is used by demons to deal with hunters. Only, it has exactly the same effect when used against demons. But when demon skills deal with demons, the control effect will not have any attenuation. If it should last for 20 seconds, it will last for 20 seconds. It's over. Lin Zan raised his hand and threw out one after another the flame balls in his hand. Soon, the magic fire demon was blasted to death. Finally. Of course, Han Yua will finish it off. This battle took place in midair on the 16th floor. Many residents in the community are watching. But no one dared to come out and meddle in other people's business. Just watching, a demon covered in black flames was blown out of the balcony. Then, the demon rushed in again. And then, there was no movement. It wasn't until seeing a burst of black mist dissipating in the 16th floor that people finally realized that the demon had been killed. But people are still not happy at all. After all, demon, don't die. The current reality is the home of the devil. No matter how strong other people's fighting power is, so what? Even if the devil is killed, the devil can be resurrected in the devil's lair. And this is also Dai Chungye's idea. In a demon lair in an unknown area. Dai Chungye, the demon fire demon, was resurrected in this demon lair. In the middle of this demon lair, there is already a statue of the demon fire demon, built by the monsters under his hands. Although it is only a gold-level demon statue. But there is also a 15% chance to increase the level of the monster in his crack by 1 level. Go away. Dai Chungye, who came back to life, immediately lost his temper. Drive all the goatman monsters in the lair to the corner. This magic fire demon never expected that he, a majestic high-level demon, would lose to a brat. What a shame. Fortunately, I am a devil. Dai Chungye breathed a sigh of relief. He got in touch with his cousin, the bull-headed demon Dai Dong. Xiaodong, what kind of fairy mage did you provoke? Even I was killed. That kid is playing it. Not to mention the exaggerated attributes, but it is almost immune to my fire damage. The damage is ridiculously high. Hear him. On the other side, Dai Dong, the bull-headed demon who was also killed back to the demon's lair, was shocked. Cousin, are you not the opponent? Careless. Dai Chungye said in a deep voice, do you know his identity? I do not know. Dai Dong, the bull-headed demon, has no idea who Lin Zan is. But he quickly realized. Cousin, do you want to speak on the devil channel and let other devils kill him? I do know that girl's name is Han Yua. As long as you find this chick, you can find that kid. But other demons may not listen to us. In the devil's lair, Dai Chungye, the demon fire demon, paced back and forth. He said, there is no way. The existence of such a hunter is a threat to all demons. Reality is the home of the devil. If you can't get rid of that demon as soon as possible in reality, I don't know how many demons will be killed by that kid in the future. Garden City. In the community, on the 16th floor of a certain building. Han Yiduo's home. The girl's arc cutting skill, the knife flashed, and finally killed the magic fire demon. After dissipating into black mist, a crystal-like demon lair beacon appeared in midair. Lin Zan reached out to take it away. At this time, Lin Zan noticed that in the devil channel, the magic fire demon suddenly spoke. Demon fire demon. Demons, I was killed by a hunter just now. That's right, you heard me right, I, a level 4 high-level demon, was killed by only one hunter. Demon fire demon. That hunter is very powerful and is a threat to all our demons. Demon fire demon. They must be eliminated in reality. Otherwise, as long as our demons are invaded by him, we will surely die. Lin Zan realized. This is the magic fire demon, he can't beat it, and he wants to find help. He even directly wanted to incite the entire camp to hunt him down. At this time, a somewhat lazy female voice sounded from the devil channel. Thorn demon, Hiroro, after talking so much, you haven't even said what the hunter's name is, what he looks like, what clothes he's wearing. How can we find him? The magic fire demon immediately replied, I don't know the identity and name of the hunter. But I know that he is with a female student. That female student's name is Han Yua, and she lives in Huayuan New Town. If you're close, hurry over now, they should still be there. Room 1601, 16th floor, Building 6. A male mage, a female assassin. Get rid of it as soon as possible to prevent future troubles. He spoke with passion. Unfortunately, few demons paid attention to him at all. After all, demons have their own business these days. Having just acquired the status of demons, they are still immersed in the thrill of immortality, and they all want to accomplish things that they wanted to do but dared not do before. How can there be time to unite and kill a hunter who is said to be very strong? If you can't beat, wouldn't he have to be beaten back to the lair and jailed for a day? But just then, there was a demon who noticed the speech of the magic fire demon. Ogre demon, I'm very interested in the hunter you mentioned. Chat with me privately and tell me about his situation. Hear the woman speak. Lin Zan squinted his eyes. Is this woman trying to find me and let me avenge her son? This possibility is not small. Pity. Feng Kaishuan, the ogre demon, never dreamed that the powerful hunter, in the mouth of the demon fire demon was the demon who killed her son Yi Xiaojun. Lin Zan naturally didn't bother to pay attention to this. He played with the beacon in his hand that could lead to the lair of the demon fire. Next, it's time to kill that magic fire demon completely. Lin Zan looked back. I saw the girl Han Yua kneeling on the floor of the hall with her back to Lin Zan. On the floor in front of her, there were only 2 pools of blood. The bones of her parents were all burned to ashes by the demon fire demon, leaving nothing behind. Time to go. Lin Zan walked up to her, and patted her soft shoulder. Meet my 2 teammates first, and then avenge your parents. Han Yua nodded slightly. She reached out and wiped away her tears. Stand up. There was a firmness in his eyes. Revenge must be avenged. Whether it was the bull-headed demon and the flying mosquito demon who killed her parents before, or the magic fire demon who just burned her parents' corpses, she won't let go of any of them. But, when she stood up and glanced at Lin Zan, her face flushed immediately. Lin Zan, your clothes are burned. Why don't you put on my father's coat first? In the battle just now, although Lin Zan is immune to 99% of fire damage, he is only immune to it. If he was not wearing armor, equipment, the ordinary clothes on his body would not be immune to flames. At this time, Lin Zan's short sleeves were burned to tatters, and he looked a bit embarrassed. Although in fact, he was not injured at all. But in the eyes of the young girl Han Yua, she felt very distressed. At her most desperate time, Lin Zan appeared, gave her hope, and he was so kind to her. Not only gave her gold-level equipment and skill books, but also helped her parents avenge her. In her heart, Lin Zan has been placed in a very important position. And for Lin Zan, anyway, he was looking for a demon to kill, so avenging Han Yua's parents was just a matter of course. That's fine. Lin Zan nodded. So, Han Yua quickly entered the parents' room, found a black trench coat for Lin Zan, and came out. This windbreaker was bought by my mother as a birthday present for my father, but unfortunately he never wore it once. He's not as tall as you. It doesn't look good, Han Yua said while helping Lin Zan put on the windbreaker. She moves very gently, like an elf fluttering in the wind. And Lin Zan wearing this windbreaker, directly from a handsome boy to a handsome man. Not that it looks older, but more temperamental. Before leaving, Han Yua glanced at the room with nostalgia and reluctance. Finally, he resolutely closed the door. She knows. Next, I must look forward. Lin Zan's rented apartment, the 7th floor. When he returned with the girl Han Yua, it was almost 1 o'clock in the morning. Master, it's getting late, you go back first and come back tomorrow. Lin Zan saw that the middle-aged man who repaired the door for him was still busy. Let him go back first. Okay, the middle-aged man sighed. He glanced at the end of the balcony in the corridor. There, his son was burned into a black mist by Lin Zan and sent back to the demon lair. Tomorrow, his son will come back here. By the time, he will definitely take his son back and apologize to Lin Zan. The middle-aged man left quickly. Before entering the elevator, I saw Han Yua who was following Lin Zan. I couldn't help thinking, why are there so many beautiful girls around this student? This is the 3rd one. Won't they fight? Lin Zan went back to his room, found some change of clothes, and took Han Yua to the next door to knock on the door. I'm coming. Tang Yingruo's gentle voice came quickly. Soon, the door opened. A pretty face appeared. It was Tang Yingruo. Lin Zan, you're back. Just be safe. Hey, why did you bring a younger sister? And what happened to your clothes? She was a little puzzled for a moment, and saw Tang Yingruo appear. Han Yua was obviously a little nervous, subconsciously shrank behind Lin Zan. Fine, Lin Zan introduced with a smile. This is our pastor, Tang Yingruo. By the way, Yingruo, her name is Han Yua. I picked it up on the way. She is a professional assassin. She will mix with me in the future. Is the meal ready? Let's eat first. After speaking, he brought Han Yua into the room. Please come in. Tang Yingruo treated her very politely. Lin Zan, you are finally back. It's been more than 2 hours. Grandma, I'm starving to death. On the sofa, there was a voice of incomparable resentment. It was Chao Shanyu who was lying on the sofa. This girl was lying on the sofa eating potato chips with her long legs curled up. Stop eating potato chips. Be careful to get fat into a ball. Tang Yingruo walked over, grabbed the potato chips from her hand, and pulled her up from the sofa. This is the new team member brought back by Lin Zan, the assassin, Han Yua. Tang Yingruo introduced her to her. The girl is so beautiful. And this figure, is she a dancer? Chao Shanyu jumped up from the sofa, took a look at Han Yua, and suddenly her eyes lit up. Sister actually chooses an assassin. What kind of talent is it? Her jump made Han Yua blush. What a big panda. After hearing Chao Shanyu's question, Han Yua turned his eyes away from her chest. Just wanted to answer. Lin Zan patted her on the shoulder and said, A-level talent, which allows the team to kill monsters and demons, there is a 40% chance to drop extra loot. As soon as this word came out, both Chao Shanyu and Tang Yingruo's eyes brightened. This talent is good. No wonder Lin Zan wants to bring this girl back. She is so tired now, let her take a bath first. Yingruo, you are about the same size as her, prepare a suit for her. Lin Zan gave an order. Aha, Tang Yingruo nodded with a gentle smile, the bathroom is over here. I just happened to heat up the food. It's been so long since you came back, the food is cold. She knows. Lin Zan sent Han Yua away first. Then tell them about Han Yua. Chapter 31. Soon, Tang Yingruo took Han Yua into the bedroom first, and picked out a suitable set of clothes for her. Then I was surprised to find out. Just like what Lin Zan said. They're about the same size, even their underwear is the same size. What kind of eyes are he? Is it so accurate? Tang Yingruo blushed a little. And when Han Yua entered the bathroom, Tang Yingruo returned to the hall. Lin Zan just told them a little bit about Han Yua. By the way, he threw the 2 skill books exchanged at Yida Plaza to them, one for each of them. What? Her parents were both murdered by demons. It's too pitiful, isn't it? Tang Yingruo and Chao Shanyu were a little shocked after hearing this. To be honest, they were a little resistant to Lin Zan bringing back a Han Yua. After all, this is the nature of beautiful women. But now, after learning about Han Yua's situation, the 2 women felt sympathy for her. Where are your parents? How's it going? Lin Zan asked. It can also be regarded as understanding the situation of the 2 women, and seeing if they can follow him to brush the devil's crack steadily. My parents are employees of an official company in Shanghai, and they were protected from the beginning. Tang Yingruo sighed and said, they care about me very much. I told them that my school also has official protection, so they can rest assured. Otherwise, I'm afraid they will run over to find me. In the current situation, they have to drive from Shanghai to Zhonghai City, which is more than 100 kilometers away. It is very difficult for them to have an accident. Lin Zan nodded. The way this girl handles it is quite appropriate. What's more, Zhonghai University is indeed protected by officials. It's just that, inside Zhonghai University, there are many student demons who make trouble. Now the situation is not as stable as expected. And you? Lin Zan looked at Chao Shanyu. Chao Shanyu was at a loss for words when asked this question. But soon he still pretended to be indifferent and said, my parents don't care about me, so don't worry about it. In this world, we just need to become stronger. For this, Lin Zan expressed doubts. How can parents ignore their daughters? What's more, Chao Shanyu is such a lively and lovely daughter. But, since she didn't want to talk, Lin Zan didn't bother to ask. Alright, let's talk about the next action plan. Now, we have 3 demons to kill. 2 of them are the bull-headed demon and the flying mosquito demon who killed Han Yua's parents. There is another one, a relative of the Tauren demon, the demon fire demon. The demon fire demon is a high-level demon. It is now level 4, which means it has already killed 2 hunter teams. In the void crack connecting his lair, the monster level is higher, and there may even be a demon statue. Let's get rid of this magic fire demon first, Lin Zan said. That's what it says. Chao Shanyu was a little puzzled, but we don't know where the crack of the magic fire demon is. How can we get into his lair? Don't worry, I have my own way. Lin Zan didn't talk about Han Yua's talent for the time being, but skipped it, and then said, the demon fire demon, the bull-headed demon, and the flying mosquito demon. These are the first targets we have to solve next. Is there a problem? No. Chao Shanyu gritted her teeth and said, these demons know how to bully civilians and little sisters, they should be killed. I'm fine. Tang Yingruo, who has always been gentle and considerate, is now angry. They have gone too far, can they do whatever they want if they become demons? One flower's revenge. Let's avenge her together. Certainly. They are still curious. How can Lin Zan find the lair of those 3 demons? Only. They were also very sensible and didn't ask too many questions. Since Lin Zan didn't say anything, it was useless for them to ask. Well, I'm done washing. After the sound of the hair dryer stopped, Han Yua, a girl who put on a pink skirt and black short sleeves, came out of the bathroom nervously. After taking a shower, she calmed down a bit. She originally danced with light makeup on. Now after taking a shower, the makeup is completely removed, and it looks more pure and refined. And the clothes Tang Yingruo prepared for her were also very beautiful. It perfectly outlines her graceful figure curve. The long black hair has not been completely dried, and it is scattered on the back of the soft shoulders, and there is a wet feeling. Well, let's eat first. Tang Yingruo pursed her lips and smiled. I heard from Lin Zan that you haven't even eaten dinner until now after rehearsing the dance, you must be starving. She has finished reheating the meal. Everyone comes to the table. Lin Zan casually tasted the fried pork slices, and was a little surprised. This girl said before, the dishes she cooks are edible anyway, and Lin Zan has no expectations. Result, the taste was unexpectedly good. Gentle and considerate, good at cooking, this long-legged girl can do it. Probably because of the attribute improvement. Lin Zan ate several big bowls one after another before finally feeling a bit full. Then, he goes to take a shower. Boys shower quickly. Not long after, he changed into a black long-sleeved one, and a pair of black sweatpants came out. This was taken from his apartment when he just came back. All ready to go. Action. Start. Lin Zan took out the magic fire demon's lair beacon. Crumble it in the room. Suddenly, a small black teleportation vortex appeared in the middle of the hall. One advanced. I'm last. Lin Zan made arrangements. Soon, he followed behind the 3 women and walked into this small black vortex. Scene change. It appeared on a stretch of green hills. Here, it is the void crack connecting the magic fire demon lair. When all 4 are present. In the crack, the level 4 goatman began to refresh. Dai Chungye, the devil fire demon, was resting. He was thinking, and when he could return to reality tomorrow, he would summon a few demons to trouble Lin Zan together. He had a private chat with the ogre just now. The result is known. This old woman actually wanted to recruit Lin Zan to avenge her son. As a demon, hire a hunter to kill other demons. This old woman is outrageous. However, it's not impossible. If you kill her son's demon, the combat power is strong enough, maybe you can kill the hunter mage directly. Dai Chungye was thinking. He also saw the video of the scene near Linksea Park before. The scene of a half-black, half-white terrifying demon slaughtering hundreds of monsters in a short period of time, killing several demons in seconds, was deeply reflected in Dai Chungye's mind. His dream is to become such a big devil. If it's that demon, that mage hunter boy must not be an opponent. Dai Chungye couldn't even dream of it. The 2 characters in his mind now would be the same. Just then, the system prompt came into his mind, making him squint his eyes. This is. Another hunter came to the door. Good. It's time to improve your strength again. After reality was killed. Dai Chungye, the magic fire demon, will be trapped in the demon lair for 24 hours. It makes him very boring. And now, finally a hunter has arrived at the void rift connecting his lair. To him, this is undoubtedly another opportunity to improve strength. At first, I thought that 2 black claws appeared on my crack, and no hunter would dare to come in a short time. Didn't expect someone to come here. I want to see, who is so unafraid of death. Dai Chungye looked over lightly. At a glance, see 4 figures, 3 of them are women. Why are these 2 guys wearing masks? He saw a man and a woman wearing masks, whose identities were unknown. And the other 2 girls. All first-class beauties. A tall, long-legged snow-white priest, this is a beautiful priest. There is also a petite figure, but is stretched out like a hill by a simple white shirt. Judging from the golden sword in her hand, this petite beauty should be a warrior. These three girls are the best of the best in terms of figure. Dai Chungye squinted his eyes. It seems that these 24 hours can be fun. Before entering the crack, Lin Zan still asked Han Yua to go with him, wearing the previous clown and rabbit masks. And let Han Yua hide the appearance of the wild leather armor on his body. So, the magic fire demon couldn't see their identities anymore. Otherwise, the magic fire demon would probably suspect that they have the means to find the devil's lair. Once it spreads on the devil channel, the situation will become complicated. Sure enough, they are all level 4 monsters. The dropped level 4 silver equipment has much higher attributes than those dropped by level 1 monsters. Soon, the 4 of them started to spawn monsters. Then I discovered the benefits of level 4 monsters. Coupled with Han Yuduo's talent, every time they kill a monster, they have a 40% chance to get an extra loot. Even if it's just a group of mobs. Loot is also a steady stream of falling. Certainly, bronze level or even silver level equipment and skill books are of little use to Lin Zan and the others. And in the process, Lin Zan didn't make a move. Han Yua didn't make a move either. It was completely left to Chao Shanyu and Tang Yingruo to solve it. Chao Shanyu pulls monsters. When a group of Goatman monsters are gathered together, Tang Yingruo releases skills to clear the monsters. That's right, the priest clears the monsters. This is because Lin Zan brought back a bright retribution skill book for her. Summon the Great Sword of Light, group damage, and double the damage to demons. This scene, in the eyes of the magic fire demon, was very strange. Why don't those two wearing masks do anything? Are you afraid of exposing your strength? Interesting. It's a pity, I'm a high-level demon, with more than 3,000 blood. Devil skills are even more powerful. Just these little hunters with a few hundred blood, no matter how much they hide their heads and show their tails, they will always deliver food in front of me. The devil is the boss. And it is a boss with its own thoughts. In the face of demons with strong talent and strength, the chances of winning for the hunter team are indeed pitifully low. It's normal for Dai Chungye to be so inflated. A lot of experience. In the process of cleaning up the monsters, Han Yua was a little surprised. She had only a little experience fighting a level 1 ordinary monster before. But now, cleaning up a group of level 4 monsters will directly gain hundreds of experience points. Not long after she came in, she was promoted to level 3. And when the monsters were about to be cleared to 50%, she was already moving towards level 4. As for the two daughters, Chao Shanyu and Tang Yingruo, they reached level 5 very quickly, and each unlocked a new professional skill. In this wave, the biggest gain is experience points. As a hunter, you can develop infinitely, it's so cool. From this point of view, the disadvantage of demons is really great. Development is restricted. I'm afraid there will be many demons soon. I can only watch the hunter become stronger, and then be killed by the hunter as a boss. Lin Zan couldn't help thinking. After all, after the demon kills the hunter team, there will be black claws on the vortex. This allows hunters to pick and choose. Those with black claws are not allowed to enter. Wait until you become stronger, and then challenge stronger demons. Certainly, there are some vortexes without black claws, and the demons in them are not necessarily weak. It can only be said that in the battle between the demon and the hunter, who can survive depends on luck. Wait to kill this magic fire demon. I can reach level 6. Lin Zan's level is naturally the highest in the team. Groups of level 4 Goatman monsters died under Tang Yingruo's light punishment. The monsters in the entire void crack were finally cleaned up to 50%. He. A series of eerie laughter came from the portal that appeared on the hill. Accompanied by a gust of wind howling. A demon with a height of more than 2 meters and covered in black magic fire stepped out from the portal. You guys are quite courageous. I've already killed 8 hunters like you. But these 3 chicks are nice. If you are sensible, take the initiative to play with me, maybe you can save your life. The magic fire demon was condescending, and looked at the 3 women with evil eyes. No doubt, the graceful figure of the 3 women made this guy very interested. Unfortunately, just after he appeared invincible for 3 seconds, Lin Zan, who hadn't made a move all this time, seemed like a follower, suddenly made a move. Chains of hell, raise your hand. In the void, 7 or 8 chains flew out, directly tying the magic fire demon into karma and trapping it again. Quote exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark quote. Namaya, how could it be you? Now, Dai Chungye immediately recognized Lin Zan's identity, and he was taken aback, his mind suddenly crashed, and he couldn't believe it. Dai Chungye really didn't expect it. Trapped by the chains of hell, his face became a little distorted. Just now, he has been guessing, who are the masked man and woman? It looks so familiar. But since Lin Zan and Han Yua both changed their clothes and wore masks, this guy really didn't recognize them. After all, no matter what the two sides are, it's just a one-sided relationship. No matter how deep the impression is, it is impossible to remember such details. Therefore, he didn't think about Lin Zan at all. You must know that the void rift connecting his lair is far away in the suburbs, more than 20 kilometers away, and no one knows it at all. How could Lin Zan have entered his lair? Result: this man just appeared in front of him like a ghost. And Lin Zan didn't intend to talk nonsense with the other party at all. To start the game, start with a hell chain and lock it up. And at this time, Lin Zan obtained the 2 demon level buffs of Destiny Comes. Enduring passive. The duration of all skills is increased by 200%. Subduing demons, the damage of all skills to demons is increased by 100%, and the defense of demons is ignored. This wave of hell chains. It is a terror control skill that lasts up to 60 seconds. The demon was trapped and locked, completely unable to move or speak. In this state, this guy can't communicate with other demons. Lin Zan didn't have to worry about him telling the situation here. Certainly, Dai Chungye, the magic fire demon, has an active skill to release control. Pity, this guy is trying to use it. Result: the system reminded him that his skill could only be used to remove the hunter's control skill, but not the demon's control skill. This tip, Dai Chungye, the demon fire demon, completely changed his face. Is it a demon? Is he not a hunter? Then how can he get into my crack? Dai Chungye's expression changed drastically. On the spot, he wanted to spread the news on the Devil Channel. Pity, trapped by the chains of hell, he cannot speak on the Devil Channel, nor can he have private chats with other devils. Well, the magic fire demon opened his eyes wide and stared at Lin Zan. See what I do? Lin Zan looked innocent. Raise your hand. The elements are surging. Thunder and lightning twine. Flame ball. In an instant, Lin Zan released several skills. Thunder and fireballs greeted the magic fire demon. This time, his fireball didn't have the volume increase it had before, and the range wasn't that big. But the damage is more terrifying than before. Not only does it have a 50% damage increase from elemental surge. What's more, the 100% increase in damage to demons and the ignoring of defense. A thunderbolt entangled and struck critically on the spot. Minus 1880 crit. Another fireball. Minus 1566 crit. That is to say, these two skills go down. The magic fire demon with a blood volume of over 3000 immediately emptied his blood bar and died almost instantly. Until death, this magic fire demon is extremely unwilling. Originally, he was still fantasizing about playing with these 3 girls. Result: it was instantly killed, and this death, it will be his true death. The magic fire demon is dead. A system prompt appeared in the Devil Channel in the area. It made many demons change their colors. Not long ago. This magic fire demon also said that he is a high-level demon, a level 4 demon, and is very powerful. Result: was it just like that? In particular, Feng Kaishuan, the female ogre demon in the Devil's Bar area, had sparkles in her eyes when she heard the news. Now, she wanted to avenge her son Yi Xiaojun. Look for powerful hunters everywhere. A hunter who can kill the magic fire demon must not be weak, right? Unfortunately, she also has no way of knowing who killed the magic fire demon, and she wants to find a powerful hunter. The difficulty is not small. 1008. 1005. What kind of harm is this? Seeing 2 damage numbers popping out from the top of the magic fire demon's head, the demon fell to the ground directly, turning into a mass of ashes. Chao Shanyu and Tang Yingruo both looked shocked. Although they knew that Lin Zan was very strong. But, when he was beating the undead demon before, the damage was far from being so high. Lin Zan, why did your fireball become smaller? Why so big and small? Chao Shanyu was stunned. What's the matter, do you like the big one or the small one? Lin Zan asked back. Quote? You rascal. Chao Shanyu's face was flushed. I said my fireball, why is it a rogue? Lin Zan gave her a disdainful look. I never thought you'd be so young and have such dirty thoughts. Quote? Quote. Chao Shanyu was completely speechless. And at this time, Han Yua was completely stunned. When the devil appears, she was ready to make a move. After all, Lin Zan gave her a necromancer dagger, a spirit pendant, and a book of arc-cutting skills. All of these together made her confident that she was very powerful in battle. Result, she hadn't had time to make a move yet. Then the devil was given a second by Lin Zan. Do you want to be so fast? This is much faster than killing that demon not long ago in reality. And all this, of course, it was because Lin Zan was able to obtain the effect of Destiny Comes in the Void Crack. Ding! You kill one demon, you get one demon king point, currently a total of 8 points. After killing a demon, Lin Zan was satisfied. And, from the ashes scattered by this guy, Lin Zan actually picked up 2 pieces of platinum level equipment and a platinum level mage skill book. Lin Zan, check out the spoils. Magic Fire Belt platinum level, special equipment for mages. Critical rate plus 20%, fire damage increased by 60%, casting speed plus 20%, projectile speed plus 20%. Shadow Fire Armor platinum level, warrior armor equipment. Defense plus 110, maximum HP increased by 50%, damage reduction plus 20%, movement speed plus 12%. Magic Fire Puppet platinum level, mage skill book. Summons a Fellfire Golem that lasts up to 24 hours. 2 pieces of platinum level equipment, 1 platinum level skill book. It's just the basic drop of the Magic Fire Demon. Under the effect of Han Yua's A-level talent Bounty Hunter, the Magic Fire Demon also triggered an extra drop. Additionally, drop Power of Light platinum level Priest skill book. Adds 50 points to all attributes of friendly targets for 30 minutes. Let cool for 5 minutes. Total, 4 platinum level loot. Wow, get rich. Chao Shanyu ran up, and suddenly stars appeared in his eyes. Now on the market, gold level equipment, about 500,000 apiece. A gold level skill book costs around 2 million. The price cannot go up because there is too much output. As long as you kill demons, you can drop gold level items. Many demons are not strong, so it is relatively easy to produce gold level items. However, platinum is different. Want to get platinum level equipment? You need to kill higher level demons. These demons are all ruthless characters who have wiped out the hunter team. As a result, platinum level equipment and skill books have become extremely scarce items on the market. Now in the entire Zhonghai city area, there have never been a few platinum level props. If they were to be sold, at least one piece would cost tens of millions. Not to mention the skill book. I'm afraid there are bigwigs who can pay hundreds of millions of dollars to buy it, and they may not even be able to buy it. The Magic Fire Belt, the Magic Fire Puppet, I just took it myself. Lin Zan glanced at the spoils. It is worthy of being dropped by the Magic Fire Demon, and its attributes are really good. The Magic Fire Belt directly increases fire damage by 60%. Of course, the 20% crit rate didn't seem to be of much use to Lin Zan, because Lin Zan had the SSS level Spellhammer talent, and the spell crit rate was already 100%. However, the 20% casting speed and projectile speed are still somewhat useful. Anyway, Lin Zan doesn't have special equipment yet. Just wrap this Magic Fire Belt around her waist. As for the Magic Fire Puppet, it is to summon a Magic Fire Puppet that can last for 24 hours and cool down for 1 minute, but only one Magic Fire Puppet can exist at the same time. This Magic Fire Puppet has 5 times the life value of its owner. The attack method is Magic Rocket Cluster, 300 points of basic fire damage, and is subject to the addition of the owner's equipment and attributes. That is to say, the 60% damage bonus of the Magic Fire Belt, this flame puppet can also eat it. It's just the summoning of this Magic Fire Puppet. You can tyrannize this Magic Fire Demon. As expected of a platinum level hunter skill. Certainly, In contrast, Lin Zan still thinks that the demon's equipment and skills are stronger. For example, the platinum level, Chain of Hell. This skill. It can become a nightmare for demons, let alone hunters. Equipped with the magic fire belt and learned the magic fire puppet skill. Lin Zan gave the Shadow Fire armor to Chao Shanyu and the Power of Light skill book to Tang Yingruo. The Shadow Fire armor not only provides 110 points of defense, but also provides a 50% maximum health bonus. For a fighter, this equipment is the perfect fit. Just by seeing Chao Shanyu's adorable appearance after getting this piece of equipment, she can tell what this Shadow Fire armor means to a soldier. After all, once a hunter is killed, he really dies. The importance of survivability is self-evident. As for the Power of Light, the Platinum level Priest skill book, it is a buff for the entire hunter team. Chao Shanyu's sister is now level 5. The basic full attribute is only 50 points. Including the equipment bonus on his body, the total of all attributes is less than 80 points. And the Power of Light. This Platinum level skill can directly provide the whole team with 50 points of all attribute benefits. If it is put on the market, this skill book is not worth 200 million, so it is definitely impossible to get it down. For the hunter team, 50 points of all attributes, the income is too high. Certainly, after Tang Yingruo got the skill book, she didn't intend to sell it. Instead, learn directly, although Lin Zan can instantly kill demons. But in the eyes of this long-legged girl, they can't be too salty, they must improve themselves faster. But for Lin Zan, these 50 full attributes are a bit dispensable. Because, after killing the magic fire demon Dai Chungye, Lin Zan has reached level 6. Originally adding the 20 full attributes of the Ring of Unnecessary Death, his basic full attributes already had 250 points. After reaching level 6, it even reached 290 points. The strength of this attribute. It is already equivalent to the extent of the magic fire demon incarnate in the form of a demon. Do not transform into a demon form, all have the attributes of a high-level demon. 290 full attributes. What is this concept? Converted into life value, there are 2,900 points. You must know that at this stage, many demons in demon form are far from having such a high health value. The magic fire demon just now is already a high-level demon. But it's only in the early 3000s. And when Lin Zan's basic attributes reached 290 points. Once he transforms into the form of the Destiny Demon King, his full attributes will break through 2,000 points and reach 2030 points. With such a high attribute value, he can crush almost all hunters without any skills or fancy means. Even if other demons are in front of him, they are like chickens and dogs. Not to mention, clean up the remaining monsters in this place first. And then, there's a bull-headed demon and a flying mosquito demon. Lin Zan is still looking forward to this. Because, kill 2 more demons, get 2 Demon King points, and he can evolve his demon form again. It can be promoted from elementary devil to intermediate devil level. At that time, his combat power will usher in even more earth-shaking changes. It's a pity that no new skills are unlocked at level 6. I have to wait until level 7 to read. It's a pity for Lin Zan. Immediately afterwards, as soon as he raised his hand, he summoned a magic fire puppet. This magic fire puppet has no feet, and is made of black and red stones, floating in the air. After getting Lin Zan's order, start to wander around in the void cracks in this hilly terrain. Find one goat after another and kill them. Even a level 4 silver level goat warlord only has 1,500 blood points. Since the magic fire puppet inherits the special effects of Lin Zan's equipment skills. So, the magic fire puppet is basically 100% crit. Plus the damage increase of the magic fire belt. A random, magic rocket cluster, can cause nearly 1,000 points of damage. 2 magic rocket clusters can take away a silver level elite monster. And the magic rocket cluster. For the magic fire puppet, it is equivalent to a normal attack. Good, strong, it's outrageous. Seeing the magic fire puppet clearing the monsters, the 3 women were completely shocked. This hurts. This output. The 3 of them were blown away. Chao Shanyu and Tang Yingruo are fine. After all, they were a fighter and a priest. But Han Yua already felt that she was just a pendant. A majestic assassin. After obtaining the gold level equipment and skill book, she finally felt that she had become stronger. At least by Lin Zan's side, he should be able to be a human being, right? Results prove, her output is not even comparable to a magic fire puppet summoned by Lin Zan. It always feels too outrageous. This Lin Zan. No matter how you look at it, you don't look like a normal mage. Chao Shanyu couldn't help being suspicious. It's a pity that no matter how she thinks about it, she can't think of it. Lin Zan's real identity is not a hunter, but the devil. Soon, the Goatman monsters in the entire void crack have been cleaned up. Lin Zan left with the 3 daughters. Immediately afterwards, the bull-headed demon Dadong's lair beacon was crushed. Just then, the bull-headed demon and the flying mosquito demon were chatting extremely nervously. Just now, they also saw the system prompt of, "The demon fire demon is dead. I didn't expect my cousin to be killed. At this stage, there is already such a strong hunter team." The bull-headed demon had a worried expression on his face. Until now, his demon lair has never been invaded by any hunters. The same goes for the mosquito demon. Because one of their cracks is at the bottom of the water and the other is in the sky. Now in Zhonghai City, there are black vortexes connecting the devil's lair everywhere. Who would look for the cracks in the sky and the bottom of the water? Original. These 2 guys are still a little complacent, thinking that the position of the crack is well brushed, and there will be no danger in a short time. But now, they understand. In this era of catastrophe, if you don't advance, you will retreat. No one comes to invade their lair, which means they cannot ascend. In this situation, if someone really came to invade their lair, they would be completely helpless. In particular, when they were chasing Han Yua before, they were completely abused by Lin Zan, a hunter mage. This made them very frightened. In the beginning, when they obtained the status of demons, they were all ecstatic. But now, they know, demon, there is no way out. Tangled awe. Now the bull-headed demon and the flying mosquito demon are a little envious of those other hunters. No matter what, both identities have their pros and cons. The key point is to become stronger. On the point of becoming stronger, the initiative of the hunter is in his own hands, while the initiative of the demon is in the hands of others. It's okay, we don't have to worry too much. If there is a team of hunters to invade, let's just beg for mercy. Anyway, if you kill us, you will drop gold level props. At most, go out and compensate the hunters. What's more, we are only level 1. Hunters over level 5 will not get experience from us. There shouldn't be 2 strong hunters coming to us. The flying mosquito demon speaks clearly and clearly. But, just when he finished speaking, here in the bull-headed demon Dadong, a system prompt came. Warn, 4 hunters have entered your void rift. My crack is at the bottom of the water, can someone come here? I'm ready to surrender. Dadong, the bull-headed demon, made a decision without even thinking about it. Pity, he doesn't know, the hunter who invaded his lair. It was entirely looking for him to seek revenge. Surrender. Then you have to ask, can Han Yua accept it? It's the same as when you went to find the magic fire demon. Lin Zan and Han Yua both came in wearing masks. Once in, Lin Zan released his skills and summoned a magic fire puppet. The long-legged girl Tang Yingruo raised her small hand, releasing the power of light to everyone. Provided 50 points of full attribute blessing for all 4 of them. Start clearing monsters. Minus 1270 critical hit. The magic fire puppet fired a cluster of magic rockets, directly killing a poisonous scorpion monster in the cave. What kind of damage is this? The bull-headed demon crouched in the lair, watched Lin Zan and the others' movements, and took a deep breath. More than 1200 damage this round. Not to mention the mobs in his crack. Even he himself, in the form of a bull-headed demon, couldn't withstand a single blow. And, this guy is actually level 6. The other 2 girls are also level 5. It's already at this level, come to my level 1 demon lair and bully people. Dadong, the bull-headed demon, did not recognize the identities of Lin Zan and Han Yua. Suddenly a little headache. He knows, facing such an existence, he has only one way to go. That is begging for mercy. I've met some amazing characters. The bull-headed demon chatted privately with the flying mosquito demon and complained. the mage summons some kind of magic fire puppet, which can deal more than 1,000 damage with a single attack. Even my cousin is no match for this kind of person at all. I'll surrender right away. My family still has a bit of money, so give me 3 million compensation. The other party should accept it. After all, he still looks like a student, so he shouldn't be able to refuse so much money. More than 1,000 damage per shot. On the opposite side, the floating mosquito demon heard it, and immediately smiled. Impossible, brother. A single basic attack of more than 1,000, isn't that going to heaven? Okay, there's no need to lie to your own people like this. Even if you want to surrender, brother, I won't laugh at you. But it's your fault to brag about hunters like this. ? The bull-headed demon was stunned. He is telling the truth. His brother didn't believe it. Certainly, it is indeed an exaggeration to attack more than 1,000 summoned puppets with one attack. If someone else said this to Dai Dong would not believe it. Then, Dai Dong had no choice but to remain silent. Instead of arguing with the flying mosquito demon, he might as well think about how to surrender later. Dai Dong is still quite nervous now. After all, not everyone is willing to accept the demon's surrender. Some people came here just to get rid of demons and get gold equipment and skill books. The Tauren demon's lair, connected by void cracks, is in a cave. In the cave, there are all kinds of poisonous scorpion monsters, and there are many cave devils. Certainly, these monsters are all too low level. Lin Zan took the magic fire puppet to clear the monsters, and went all the way, and quickly cleared 50% of the monsters. A portal leading to the devil's lair appeared in front of them. This time, the bull-headed demon did not appear on his own initiative. When the portal appeared, the demons could already communicate with the invading hunters in the lair. So the voice of the bull-headed demon Daedong reached Lin Zan and the others. Big hunters, handsome guy and beautiful lady. I'm just a student. Although I became a demon, I haven't killed a single person. The conscience of heaven and earth. Please let me go. I can tell you my identity. After I go out, you come to me. I can ask my parents to give you 3 million gifts. Dai Dong's voice sounded pitiful and innocent. Also took out the student chip. It can be said, if you really want to switch to another hunter team, maybe you really let him go. Unfortunately, others do not know. Lin Zan and the others know. The bull-headed demon Dai Dong was the demon who killed Han Yua's parents, in reality, a real demon. Some demons still killed hunters in void cracks in order to protect themselves. But this Dai Dong is a murderer through and through. Break into the lair. Lin Zan ignored Dai Dong's begging for mercy. Instead, he took the 3 girls and stepped into the portal with one step. As soon as I saw this scene, the demon Dai Dong, who was hiding in his lair, suddenly changed his face, and his face turned pale instantly. You are devils. You are too cruel. Even an innocent student of level 1 will be killed. In order to order gold level things, don't you even want humanity? Dai Dong immediately cursed. He knew he couldn't beat it. I also know that the other party entered the lair to kill the demon. This made him very angry. Human nature. At this moment, a sneer sounded from his demon lair. Only you, do you still have the face to mention humanity? Appearing in front of Dai Dong. It's Lin Zan with the mask off. Dai Dong, the bull-headed demon, suddenly widened his eyes, and his heartbeat quickly accelerated to the limit. It turns out, could it be this man? While seeing Lin Zan, Dai Dong, the bull-headed demon, had a blank mind. This man, in reality before, he and the flying mosquito demon were killed instantly. Now, actually invaded his lair, and soon, Han Yua also entered the demon's lair, and reached out to take off the rabbit mask on his face. The moment I saw Dai Dong, the girl gritted her teeth. He pulled his legs and rushed towards Dai Dong. This person has already turned into the form of a bull-headed demon. At this moment, seeing Han Yua rushing towards him, of course he knows. I couldn't escape this time. After all, together with the flying mosquito devil, he killed Han Yua's parents. No wonder you won't let me go. Ha 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 ha. Dai Dong, the bull-headed demon, knew that he was no match, so he burst out laughing. But you don't know, I didn't do anything at all at the time. It was Huang Haosi who did it. His flying mosquito demon form can release flying mosquito needles infinitely, and 2 flying mosquito needles will directly send those 2 old guys to the west. You kill me. It's not revenge, but if you let me go, I can tell you the location of Huang Heoxi's crack. He has a strong desire to survive. At the critical moment, he betrayed his friend directly, hoping to get a way out. Unfortunately, thinking too much. How do you think we got into your lair? Lin Zan glanced at him indifferently. As soon as this word came out, Dai Dong, the bull-headed demon, felt a thump in his heart. Yes, how did this group of people know the location of his crack? And the death of his cousin just now seems to be a little strange. Can you find the location of a specific demon's lair? Dai Dong's expression changed. Suddenly a heart sank to the bottom of the valley. Before he could react, Lin Zan raised his hand. Chains of hell, 7 or 8 white bone chains from hell locked up the body of the bull-headed demon. Give it to you. Remember, leave me the last blow. Lin Zan said to Han Yua. There was hatred in the girl's beautiful eyes. Holding the gold-level necromancer dagger that Lin Zan gave her. With a direct stab, it pierced the bull-headed demon's left eye. Ah! Dai Dong suddenly screamed. And it's not over yet. After the left eye, is the right eye. Then, it's the pair of bull horns after he turned into a bull-headed demon form. Han Yua's damage was not high. But, with every knife, Dai Dong felt as if he had fallen into hell. This girl, too cruel. But then again, facing the enemy who killed his parents, anyone would become so ruthless. At last, when Dai Dong was dying, with the last bit of blood left, Lin Zan waved his hand. A fireball takes it away. Ding! You kill 1 demon, you get 1 demon point, currently a total of 9 points. This kill must be taken by Lin Zan himself. Just the last bit. You can evolve the devil form again. At the same time, the bull-headed demon is dead. This system prompt caught the attention of the flying mosquito demon who had been waiting anxiously. This made Huang Heoxi, the flying mosquito demon, look a little ugly. The bull-headed devil is his brother and friend. Friends from childhood to adulthood. Result, actually died. It seems that surrendering to Dafa doesn't work. Is 3 million not enough? Or is there no shortage of money on the other side? Huang Heoxi felt sad when the rabbit died. Unfortunately, he doesn't know. He himself has also been on Lin Zan's death list. Just over 10 minutes later, Huang Heoxi's lair also ushered in the invasion of Lin Zan and the others. Still 2 people wearing masks. Then, Lin Zan summoned the fire puppet at the beginning. Quote exclamation mark. Quote. Huang Heoxi hid in the nest and watched Lin Zan's movements. Fire puppet, isn't that what Dai Dong said just now? And, 2 masked people, 2 beautiful girls. This group of people came to me just after killing Dai Dong. Huang Heoxi had an incredible expression on his face. To know, the gap between him and Dai Dong, one is in the sky and the other is in the bottom of the water. Those who are underwater can swim down. But heavenly hunters can't fly. How did the other party invade his lair? Soon, as the magic fire puppet began to clear the monsters, Huang Heoxi's eyes widened. More than 1,000 damage. Is it really more than 1,000 basic attacks? Dai Dong didn't lie to me. Pity. By the time he realizes this, Dai Dong is dead. Soon, just like just now, the 4 of Lin Zan teamed up and broke into Huang Heoxi's demon lair. When Huang Heoxi met Lin Zan and Han Yua, don't mention how wonderful his face is. This moment, he got it all. Dai Dong was killed by you. You also killed his cousin Dai Changye. We can find where our lair is. Huang Heoxi understood everything. Unfortunately, when he understood all this, he was already trapped by Lin Zan's hell chains. After a short while, as the flying mosquito demon turned into a black mist, it completely dissipated. Han Yua's revenge was avenged. The girl cried again. Even if the enemy is killed, her parents cannot be resurrected. But, finally, the villain got the punishment he deserved. Chao Shanyu and Tang Yingruo went up to comfort Han Yua one after another. As for Lin Zan, when he finally killed the flying mosquito demon Huang Heoxi, he got the 10th devil point. Demon form. It can finally evolve again. Watching the 3 girls whispering together, Lin Zan turned around and walked out of the lair. You guys talk first. I'm going out to clean up the monsters. Then, Lin Zan was alone and returned to the void crack. This is a dense forest. The temperature is hot and humid. The monsters are all mosquito demons, and a series of poisonous insects. Evolution, Destiny Demon King form. Following Lin Zan's thought, his Demon King form finally evolved again. Demon form, Destiny Demon King, Elementary Demon King, Right Pointing Arrow, Intermediate Demon King. Level 6. Passive effect before incarnation, all attributes plus 210, Right Pointing Arrow 315. After incarnation, all attributes increase 600%, Right Pointing Arrow 900%. After incarnation, the damage of the Scythe of Destiny weapon has been increased. After incarnation, unlock the new skill, Wings of Destiny. Big change. Originally, the form of the Elementary Demon King provided 210 passive attributes and evolved into a medium Devil Queen. Passive total attributes increased to 315 points. Directly obtained 105 points of attribute enhancement, and this attribute will continue to increase as the level increases. And after incarnating in the form of a Demon King, all attributes increased from 600% to 900%. Originally 7 times. Now it is 10 times. Certainly, the most important thing is the improvement of various skills. The Scythe of Destiny originally had 100 base damage, but now it has increased to 200. The buff state provided by the Fate has changed from the Elementary Devil level to the Middle Devil level. As for Harvest of Destiny, the damage has been increased from 200% weapon damage to 300%. Counting the increase in the basic damage of the Scythe of Destiny, Lin Zan can now cause more than 2,000 points of damage with one shot of Fate Harvest. Finally, the influence range of the Spiral of Fate has been increased from 30 meters to 50 meters, and the base damage every 3 seconds has been increased from 100 points to 200 points. It has become a more powerful crowd control and damage skill. The Eye of Fate, the release of Fate and the reversal of Fate, nothing has changed. In addition, a new skill has been unlocked. Lin Zan checked it out. Wings of Destiny. Spread the Wings of Destiny. Gain the ability to fly in cracks and lairs, and increase flight speed by 100%. Consumes 100 mana per second. After deployment, White Wing will automatically generate a Fate Barrier to resist any attack. The minimum interval is 5 seconds. After unfolding, Black Wing will automatically release the Fate Feather Arrow to attack the surrounding enemies. Each feathered arrow deals 300 base physical damage. The minimum interval is 3 seconds. Wings of Destiny. The Devil's Wings. Finally figured out. Lin Zan's eyes lit up. Originally, he felt that his demon form was not quite like the demon people imagined. Now it seems, this skill seems to be unlocked layer by layer. When his Demon King rank continues to improve, he will definitely unlock other abilities, and even change the appearance of the Demon King. For example, the hat on his head when he was in the form of the Destiny Demon King. Face mask. Like these, I'm afraid it's all a seal of his ability. This made Lin Zan look forward to it. What will it look like when hats and masks are unlocked? What kind of ability will it give him? Certainly, it's useless to think about it now. From the next evolution to the Devil King form, you also need 20 demon points, and most importantly, you need a demon level 12. You don't have to think about it for a short time. Try the Wings of Destiny first. Lin Zan is still looking forward to this new skill. Next moment, while the 3 girls were still chatting in the Devil's Lair, Lin Zan resolutely becomes the Demon King of Destiny. Then, release the Wings of Destiny skill. A pair of huge black and white demon wings spread out from behind him. When activated, consumes 100 mana per second. Magic power is equivalent to mana. When I became the Demon King of Destiny, all attributes reached 3,950 points. Spirit 3,950 points, so I have a total of 39,500 magic points. Other demon skills do not need to consume mana points. That is to say, after I spread my wings, it can last up to 6.5 minutes. Lin Zan took off directly. The half-black and half-white figure of the Demon King flew up quickly in the dark woods. It is possible to fly in void cracks. This meant that Lin Zan could completely play tricks on the hunter squads that invaded his crack. Hunters can't fly, and he can fly. What this means is self-evident. At this time, in this void crack, there are still 50% of the monsters left. Originally, I wanted to clean up all those monsters, which was quite troublesome. But now, Lin Zan has spread the wings of fate. When he flew over a certain area, the black wings of fate automatically released the fate feather arrow. Lin Zan soon discovered that the fate feather arrows were not shot out one by one. Instead, as many monsters as there are around, shoot as many fate feather arrows at once. It is a group attack skill. Swish swish swish. A series of black fate feather arrows rolled out towards the surroundings. Immediately, a total of 7 or 8 flying mosquito demons hiding in the woods were shot by these fate feather arrows, one at a time. -1457. -1476. -2960 crit. Lin Zan suddenly found out. The platinum level, magic fire belt, he obtained, the 20% crit rate attached to this hunter equipment is not completely useless. This 20% crit rate, it can take effect on his demon skills. After all, his hunter talent, spell hammer, the 100% crit rate, only takes effect on his spell damage. And in his Destiny Demon King form, the damage he deals is basically physical damage. According to the situation, I wear a demon outfit. Put on another set of hunter gear. Superposition of attributes, isn't it invincible? Lin Zan's eyes lit up. He quickly flew through areas of the dense forest in this void crack. Pieces of monsters died under the arrow of his fate. It's a pity that these monsters are all level 1 monsters. Lin Zan can't get experience points even if he kills. After all, he is already over level 5. Certainly. It's not useless to kill these monsters. When the remaining 50% of the monsters in the crack have been cleaned up. Han Yua, the only girl in the team who has not reached level 5, has finally reached level 5. Unlocked a new class skill. At this time, the girls come out of the den. Chao Shanyu, who came out first, had a blur in front of her eyes. She felt as if she saw a pair of black and white wings passing by in the surrounding dense forest. What is that? Chao Shanyu was a little surprised. At this time, Lin Zan released the Demon King form and walked out of the forest. Lin Zan, I just saw demon wings in the woods. Did you see anything? Chao Shanyu ran up to ask. Devil wings, I didn't see it, the monsters in the cracks have been cleaned up. We should get out. Lin Zan shook his head in denial. Although he said so, but Chao Shanyu still felt that things were not that simple. After all, the 3 of them are now level 5. In the void fissure of this level 1 demon, experience cannot be obtained beyond level 5. However, Lin Zan is level 6. Where did he have more experience than them? And the first time Lin Zan entered the crack was level 3. This situation is really weird. Alright, Chao Shanyu couldn't figure it out, so she didn't think much about it. Now it can only be considered that Lin Zan has the talent of experience bonus. Leave the crack and go back to Tang Yingruo's apartment. The time has come to 3 o'clock in the morning. Originally, Lin Zan wanted to continue fighting again, but the 3 girls seemed to be quite tired. Especially Han Yua, who suffered a big blow today. Let's rest today, Lin Zan said. We will continue tomorrow. By the way, when the levels of those demons are raised, we can also get more platinum level or even diamond level equipment skill books. Aha. Tang Yingruo nodded gently, looked at Han Yua beside her, pursed her lips and said with a smile, sleep with me. Good. Han Yua obediently agreed. Don't sleep here. She has nowhere to go. On the contrary, Chao Shanyu was a little embarrassed. Yingruo, you only have 1 bed, it's no problem for the 3 of us to squeeze together. But what about Lin Zan? Isn't my house next door? Lin Zan was surprised. But your door is broken. Chao Shanyu glanced at him. I have this, it's much better than the door. Lin Zan thought for a while, and raised his hand to summon a magic fire puppet. Quote. Quote exclamation mark quote. Quote question mark exclamation mark quote. The 3 women were speechless when they saw this scene. Like, Lin Zan is right. Now that demons are rampant, the door can be said to be useless at all. The magic fire puppet is different. Even if there are any demons coming, the magic fire puppet can not only block it, but also counterattack, and even once the magic rockets are fired, the ordinary demons will disappear immediately. But, ahem, I have to go back to the school dormitory first. Chao Shanyu coughed and said. What are you doing back in the dormitory? Tang Yingruo couldn't help being curious. I have to wash to sleep comfortably. There are no clothes for me. Chao Shanyu said in wonder. Quote. Tang Yingruo had nothing to say. Really? She is about the same size as Han Yua, both about 1.7 meters tall, and they are also of the same size, even the size of their underwear. But Chao Shanyu was different. This girl is petite, and most importantly, her panda is too big. Tang Yingruo's clothes are definitely not suitable. But going back to the school dormitory now, will it be dangerous? Han Yua was on the sidelines and couldn't help asking. Why don't you lend me this magic fire puppet, hee hee. With it following me, I'll be safe. Chao Shanyu pursed her lips and smiled. At this time, Lin Zan stood up. I'll go back with her. I just go back to the dormitory to see how the roommates are doing. After all, his attributes are higher than all the girls. Even after being busy for so long. And I didn't feel tired at all. You guys rest first. The fire puppet stays here. If there is any danger, I will know immediately. Lin Zan patted the solid magic fire puppet. All right. Tang Yingruo nodded. The apartment building is more than 700 meters away from the gate of the dormitory area of Zhonghai University. It can be said that it is very close. But in the age of catastrophe, don't say 700 meters. Even if you walk 70 meters outside, something may happen. No one knows where a devil will suddenly appear. Especially for beautiful girls like Chao Shanyu, accidents are more likely to happen. The good thing is, Lin Zan walked back with her and encountered nothing along the way. Soon, they came to the gate of the dormitory area. Seeing two hunters in official uniforms, they came up to check. Uncle, we are students of Zhonghai University, go back to the dormitory to get something. Chao Shanyu took the initiative to say. I'm still so young, why am I an uncle? The two official hunters looked confused. But they still did their duty. First, I asked about the identities of Lin Zan and Chao Shanyu. If you are a hunter, there is no restriction on access. Of course, it is not recommended that you leave the dormitory area. If you are demons, you need to register first, and then there will be officials to take you to other places. Said the two official hunters. We are hunters. Chao Shanyu took the initiative to take out the gold-ranked sword, and then showed off a charging skill. As for Lin Zan, as usual, I still put a flame ball, and I passed the level easily. Looking at the backs of the two of them walking into the dormitory area. The two official hunters each shook their heads. Oh, the current college students. Seeing Lin Zan and Chao Shanyu alone, they came back in the middle of the night. They thought the two students had gone out to open a room. The defense in this school dormitory area is not too tight. But it's not bad. Lin Zan entered the dormitory area. You don't even need to look up to know that there are several official demons in the sky, flying and patrolling. Regardless of the dormitory area, there are only two official hunters guarding it. If something really happens, the official demons in the sky will be able to provide immediate support. Certainly, this is an official team with a total of no more than 20 people. In a real fight, it wouldn't take even a minute for Lin Zan to solve them. Go back and get your clothes. I'll go back to the dormitory too. Lin Zan said goodbye to Chao Shanyu and parted ways temporarily. Follow the road, past a pond, through a forest. Lin Zan returned to the boys' dormitory. Along the way, Lin Zan saw official hunters patrolling in pairs. Levels range from 3 to 5. Not many, but enough to deal with small-scale emergencies. Lin Zan showed his student ID all the way. Soon returned to the dormitory building. Even though it was past 3 o'clock in the morning, many dormitory students were still awake. Excited even, Lin Zan went upstairs, came to the door of 404, and knocked on the door. Mr. Lin is back. An exaggerated voice came out. Mr. Lin. This title is the nickname given to Lin Zan by the roommates. Or just call him Anchor Lin. Lin Zan was a game anchor before, earning living expenses, and is still well known in the game division. Enter the door. Close the door. Lin Zan scanned the dormitory and found that all three roommates were there. The Eye of Destiny is activated naturally. Old Duck, Chicken Head, Mushroom Head, all three are hunters. 2 C-level talents. A grade A talent. Lin Zan took another look at the old duck. He is a hunter with A-level talent, a professional mage, currently level 5, and has killed 3 demons in the demon lair. It looked dusty, and he had just returned to the dormitory. As for the other 2, the C-level talent has been activated, indicating that they have entered the Void Rift. But so far, the number of demon kills is 0. How are you doing? Lin Zan asked. Soon, the mushroom head with the mushroom head sighed and narrated a bit. When the cataclysmic era came, all 3 of them were in the dormitory. Obtained the identity of the hunter together. Since they usually have a good relationship, they found a boy in the dormitory next door, formed a team of 4, and entered a black vortex near the dormitory. As a result, the talent is activated. 1A, 3 Cs. The chicken head and the mushroom head were dumbfounded for a moment. Only the old duck has obtained an A-level talent. And the devil in the vortex was actually a primary school girl from Zhonghai University. The 2 parties agreed not to interfere with each other. Then, Lao Ya led the 3 of them, and left the crack after killing 90% of the monsters. After coming out, the old duck, who always felt that life was meaningless and lying flat, suddenly felt that life was exciting. After all, he has obtained an A-level talent. Then he formed a 4-person hunter team with the students in the surrounding dormitory who also obtained the A-level talent. 4 A-level talents. This lineup is very strong. After working so hard until now, the old duck team has already killed 3 demons and entered 6 void cracks. The reason why the demons were not killed in certain cracks was because the other demons chose to surrender and beg for mercy. Even so, the old duck team has also reached level 5 and has become a hunter team that is currently at the forefront. And at this time, the old duck was wearing a gold level robe. When he saw Lin Zan, he slowly took out a cigarette and lit it. Lin Zan, since you were not taken away by the authorities, you should also be a hunter, right? What is your job? Our team is developing well now, and a lot of silver equipment has come out. You can pick some if you want. Both Chicken Head and Mushroom Head picked out a few pieces of silver equipment just now. But, I don't recommend that they form a team to enter the crack for the time being. I can tell, this old duck has a sense of superiority now. But there is still nothing wrong with people. Even though it is silver equipment, it can sell for tens of thousands of dollars with better attributes. Not only did he not sell it, he even took it back to his roommate. Pity. Of course Lin Zan didn't need to take his equipment, instead. Coincidentally, my development is not bad. Lin Zan smiled and said, the extra silver equipment is useless. Chicken Head and Mushroom Head, you are fighters and hunters, pick a set. Not to show off in front of roommates. Lin Zan came back this time with this purpose in mind. If the roommates have not activated the hunter talent, then ignore it. If the hunter talent is activated and the talent is not very good. After all, they are roommates, and the extra silver level equipment can provide some, at least let them have more self-protection ability in reality. What the hell? Official Lin also got rich. Mushroom Head was excited for a while. Although the old duck gave them some silver equipment. But it hasn't come together yet. I didn't expect Lin Zan to be here too. Jitu said seriously. Old Lin, Lao Ya, although I am very grateful to you. But I can't take these equipment for nothing. I'll ask my parents to send some money later. These equipment will be given to you as much as the market price. There's also the one with the mushroom head. His family's conditions are not very good. I also gave it to him. To this, neither Lin Zan nor Lao Ya refused. Immediately after, Lin Zan showed a lot of silver level equipment from the devil's storage space. There are so many things to see, all kinds of things. There are at least dozens of them. Question mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark. For a moment, the 3 people in the dormitory all stared wide-eyed. Even the old duck is the same. This old duck thought he was the best developed of the 4 in the dormitory just now, but so much silver equipment. How many monsters have to be killed? How many demons have been killed? This is impossible. We have been killing until now and have not stopped. The silver equipment allocated to me is only 4 or 5 pieces. You have dozens of pieces. The old duck was so shocked that he even dropped the cigarette he just lit in his hand. It's actually nothing. Lin Zan explained casually. I am the team leader in my team. All the extra equipment belongs to me. Team bully. When Lin Zan said so, the old duck, the chicken head and the mushroom head all looked shocked. Can produce so much silver equipment. It can be seen that your team is very strong. Even stronger than our team. In such a team, Lin Zan, you are actually the team bully. Anyone else agree? The old duck asked with an incredulous expression on his face. To know in his team. Although the four of them were amiable, they had quarreled when distributing excess equipment. In the end the rules were laid down. For extra equipment, regardless of the quality, each person takes a piece in turn. The result is here at Lin Zan. Team bully. He takes all the equipment. This is too outrageous, right? If Lin Zan hadn't shown off so many silver-level equipment, Laoya must have thought he was bragging. Soon, chicken head and mushroom head swallowed while picking out a few pieces of equipment. Add up, about 50,000 yuan. When I find my dad later, I will transfer the money to you. Chicken head said, this guy's family is rich. Otherwise, he wouldn't be able to call him chicken head. This guy used to hang out in bars and other places every day, hooking up with his sister every day. If you don't have a strong economic foundation, how can you play like this? Okay, Lin Zan and Laoya each nodded. Immediately afterwards, Laoya was very curious about Lin Zan's team. Lin Zan, who are the people in your team? What career configuration? I heard my roommate ask. Lin Zan said truthfully. 1 tank, 1 thorn, 1 mage and 1 milk. Besides me, there are 3 girls, all of which are A-level talents. Question mark, question mark, question mark. The 3 were shocked again. So cool. 3 A-level talented girls. Where did you find it? Could it be from hooking up in the live broadcast room? But the old duck was a little worried. He couldn't help but ask. Then what is their combat strength? After all, they are all girls. If you are not good enough, you may be dangerous if you drag 3 people into the devil's crack. Are they all okay? Lin Zan said. He really doesn't know the actual combat power of the girls. Anyway, if he does it one by one, there is no one who can't be delayed. Even facing the demons at this stage, Lin Zan summoned a magic fire puppet to get it done from beginning to end. Just then, there was a bang. From the girls' dormitory, there was the sound of a heavy object falling to the ground. Problem occurs. The old duck's face changed slightly. The man is still warm-hearted. Immediately, he exchanged glances with Lin Zan. Old Lin, let's go and have a look. Okay, Lin Zan nodded, according to the direction of the sound. That's the direction of Chao Shanyu's dormitory. Immediately, the 2 jumped off the balcony of the dormitory one after another, and ran towards the girls' dormitory. Chicken head and mushroom head ran over one after another. Looking at Lin Zan and Laoya who jumped down and ran to the distance, it was like looking at the ocean and sighing. They also want to have such strength. However, the improvement of strength comes with risks. If you are not careful, you will be buried in the devil's lair. Just relying on their sea-level talents. Too difficult. So fast. The old duck who was running with Lin Zan felt the speed of Lin Zan beside him, secretly startled. It's a pity he doesn't know. Lin Zan now, still taking care of his feelings, always maintaining a speed only a little faster than him. Otherwise, he couldn't even eat Lin Zan's exhaust. Soon, the 2 came to the front of the girls' dormitory building. I saw that in the square downstairs of the dormitory, there was a green crocodile monster fighting alone with a girl. Or, it was being unilaterally beaten by a girl. Crocodile demon. The old duck glanced at it, then froze. Obviously, that crocodile monster is a demon. As for that girl, it was Chao Shanyu. She holds a gold-ranked greatsword and wears a shadow fire armor, showing her petite and graceful figure to the fullest. During the battle, her figure outlines a nearly perfect curve. And the amphibious crocodile, which was more than 6 meters long, was no match for her at all. Being cut by her sword after sword, he retreated again and again. To know, not only is her own equipment and level strong enough, she also carries the power of light from Tang Yingruo. Before leaving, Tang Yingruo released the power of light for her and Lin Zan once, buffing all attributes by 50 points. This bonus lasts for half an hour, and it's not over yet. Ao Jiashong, the Identity Devil. Devil form. Amphibian crocodile demon, intermediate demon form. Devil level. Level 4. Number of hunters killed, 8. Demon talent, B grade, rough skin and thick flesh. Get 30% damage reduction, and recover 2% HP every time you are attacked. Devil skill. Under the observation of Lin Zan's Eye of Destiny. Ao Jiashong, the amphibious crocodile demon, has only less than half of his blood left. This beauty is so fierce. The old duck on the side already had eyes shining. He didn't know the strength of the amphibious crocodile demon, but just by looking at Chao Shanyu's actions, he could tell that this girl was definitely not weak. There are very few female fighters. Such a fierce female warrior. Even more rare. No matter what strength the demon is, if she can suppress the demon alone, this girl is already very strong. This is much fiercer than the fighters in my team. I really want to pull her into my team. The old duck couldn't help but say. Don't even think about it. She's on my team. Lin Zan smiled and said. I go. The old duck opened his eyes wide. Is she a soldier in your team? He thought of Lin Zan's evaluation of the girls in the team just now. What is this called? Okay. Obviously so fierce. And that figure, that appearance, are too superb. Where did Lin Zan find such a girl teammate? Originally, Lao Ya still had a sense of superiority in front of his roommates. But now, those slight sense of superiority were blown away by Lin Zan. At this time, there were 4 official demons patrolling the sky. However, when the incident happened, it happened that 2 official demons returned to their respective demon lairs. Someone should have invaded their lairs. Or, the amphibious crocodile demon Ao Jiashong deliberately chose this time to make trouble. Unexpectedly, he, a majestic level 4 demon, was completely held down by a little beauty. Just when the 2 official demons were rushing over here, the amphibious crocodile demon knew that he would be cold if he went on like this. Little ones, come out for me and hold her back. As the amphibian crocodile roared, the space around him fluctuated. The monsters that he subdued in the devil's lair before were summoned to reality by him one after another. One after another, monsters sprang out of the void. A group of giant crocodiles stopped Chao Shanyu. At the same time, the amphibious crocodile demon Ao Jiashong flew up with his entire 6-meter-long body, and landed on the balcony of the girls' dormitory in an instant. The ferocious crocodile's huge mouth bit a girl who was lying on the balcony watching, into her mouth. Xiaolin, seeing that girl was bitten by the amphibian crocodile. Chao Shanyu cried out nervously. Don't come here. Otherwise I'll bite her into 2 pieces. The amphibious crocodile just lay on the wall of the girls' dormitory, snorting coldly. In the sky, the expressions of the 2 official demons sank. In terms of combat power, it is really too simple to suppress the 2-seat crocodile demon. But there are hostages in the mouth of these 2-seat crocodile monsters. Once it is stimulated by something, just one bite, you can bite the girl in the mouth into 2 pieces. Help, help. The girl named Xiaolin was so frightened that she burst into tears. Lin Zan. When Chao Shanyu was nervous, she saw Lin Zan and immediately felt relieved. With a charge, he rushed out of the encirclement of the group of monsters, and arrived in front of Lin Zan dexterously. Are you okay? Lin Zan stretched out his hand and pulled her behind. I'm fine. It's just Xiaolin, she's my roommate. Chao Shanyu was obviously a little anxious. Where did this demon come from? Lin Zan asked a question. He is our school's graduate tutor. Chao Shanyu immediately explained. A while ago, he pursued Xiaolin, but Xiaolin rejected him. Unexpectedly, the era of Catastrophe turned into a demon. I still want to run over and take Xiaolin away by force. As a result, I happened to meet me in the dormitory, and I started fighting with him. Just now he wanted to take me away together, but he never beat me. I see. Lin Zan nodded and understood the cause of the matter. And at this time, almost everyone in the field felt that the situation was extremely difficult. 2 official demons in the sky. A dozen or so official hunters rushed over after hearing the movement. And the old duck next to Lin Zan. None of them dared to act rashly. No one is sure that they can kill the amphibian crocodile before that amphibian crocodile. To deal with the amphibious crocodile demon, the girl Xiaolin must be rescued from the demon's mouth first. But how to save? Little ones, open the way for me. Ao Jiashong, an amphibious crocodile demon, holds a girl Xiaolin in his mouth, and has fierce and indifferent crocodile eyes. He let the group of monsters under him open the way ahead. He himself jumped off the wall of the dormitory building. Following behind the monsters, swaggeringly planned to leave. While passing by, he also gave Chao Shanyu, who was beside Lin Zan, a fierce look. I can't beat you for now. However, when I become stronger, sooner or later, I will snatch you over and become my woman. Hear this. The old duck was suddenly very angry. This demon is too arrogant. He couldn't help but want to use his skills. But, stay still, boy. The amphibian crocodile looked at the old duck indifferently. If you dare to move, I will kill this woman first, and then take you as a hostage. Immediately, the old duck trembled slightly. I really dare not face a demon alone. However, just then, everyone didn't expect. Lin Zan suddenly moved. Do not impulse. The official demon in the sky yelled subconsciously. But wait till they see the situation. Only to find out. Lin Zan had already turned into an afterimage, flashing in front of the amphibious crocodile. When the amphibian crocodile was stunned for a while, Lin Zan had already stepped on his jaw. Grab its upper jaw with one hand. Open. With Lin Zan a word. The upper and lower jaws of this crocodile were forcibly ripped apart by Lin Zan. Vori, Nima, my lord, this scene let everyone around look stupid. To know, the amphibious crocodile is in the form of a middle-level demon, and its level has reached level 4, plus the demon equipment on it. All attributes have exceeded 200 points. Even the two official demons in the sky, in the state of demon incarnation, have similar attributes to this. It is impossible to be like Lin Zan. Before the opponent could react, he forcibly opened his jaws. If anyone else wants to do it, it is most likely that the amphibian crocodile reacted, and then directly killed the girl Xiaolin. Therefore, Lin Zan's current behavior shocked so many people. And the scariest thing is yet to come. Well known. The effect of the hunter's control skills on demons will be shortened by 90%. However, when Lin Zan opened the jaws of the amphibian crocodile and let the girl Xiaolin escape, he directly stepped on the head of the amphibian crocodile. Completely suppressed the entire demon body weighing hundreds of kilograms. No matter how the amphibian crocodile struggled, it couldn't get rid of Lin Zan's foot. Just like the Wuji mountain that suppressed Monkey King, Lin Zan stomped on the two crocodile monsters with one foot. This hand, no skills at all, but pure physical suppression. After all, under the blessing of power of light, Lin Zan has 445 points of all attributes even if he is not in the form of the Destiny Demon King. In front of him, the attributes of these two crocodile demons are no different from those of children. Well, beauty, I have a question. Lin Zan, what is his occupation? On the side, the old duck, who had been stunned, asked Chao Shanyu in a murmur. He's a mage, Chao Shanyu answered subconsciously. Mage, you call this a mage? If this can be a mage, I'm a hammer mage. So far, the old duck has completely collapsed. When Lin Zan shot girl Xiaolin, he escaped from the crocodile's mouth by crawling and ran towards Chao Shanyu. Soon, when Lin Zan completely suppressed the amphibian crocodile demon, the demon's eyes became extremely dejected. The two official demons rushed over quickly. Thank you, classmate. Students are amazing. Both official demons gave Lin Zan a thumbs up. Then they took over and took out the standard iron locks that had been prepared a long time ago from their respective storage spaces. Entangle and lock the amphibian crocodile. Okay. Call Lao Zhang to come over and drag this guy away. The demons who make trouble must be strictly guarded. A truck came quickly, put on the iron chains and dragged the amphibious crocodile away. After all, this guy is a demon. Even if you kill it, 24 hours will also revive in situ. Therefore, for the officials, it is safest to deal with the evil demons and control them. And the demon who was tied up in iron chains, it is in a combat state, and cannot choose to return to the devil's lair. Lin Zan saw this scene in his eyes. No wonder, the streets are much quieter now. A lot of demons came out to make trouble. I'm afraid he will either be killed or brought back under control. As expected of Dragon Kingdom, the executive power of this official force is really too strong. Moreover, in a short period of time, the demons and hunters in the official department were allowed to work together. A new order in the era of catastrophe was quickly established. Certainly, there are still many troubles. After all, the officialdom is not monolithic. Even the official demons have come out to make trouble. There are also hordes of demons, which are not easy to deal with for the time being. These are special events. All of these, neither mattered to Lin Zan. Anyway, he just needs to develop steadily according to his own plan. As far as I can tell, whether it is a demon or a hunter, his strength is far beyond other people. Student, please register here. If there is any collective action in the future, such as exterminating demon groups, you may be invited to help. It's not gratuitous. As long as you make meritorious service in action, the official will reward you accordingly. Of course, if you're too busy, you don't have to participate. It's fine. An official hunter should be at the officer level. It was a middle-aged man who came to Lin Zan and said. Okay. Lin Zan nodded. He understands that this is one of the official control methods in special times. Anyway, it doesn't matter even if you register, it depends on your mood whether you will take any action at that time. Lin Zan did not refuse. And this classmate. Immediately afterwards, the official hunter turned his attention to Chao Shanyu, smiled and said, "Your sister is looking for you everywhere. I have notified her, and she should be here soon." Ha! When Chao Shanyu heard this, his expression changed slightly. Your sister. Lin Zan is a bit strange. This girl has a sister. No, I can't let my sister find me. Chao Shanyu gritted her teeth and quickly took Lin Zan's hand. Quick, let's go. Etc. Why are you so afraid of your sister? Lin Zan couldn't help asking. Snort. Chao Shanyu said bitterly. If my sister finds me, she will definitely take me home and lock me in the room. No way. There is such a barbaric sister these days. Lin Zan didn't believe it. Believe it or not. Anyway, if you don't leave, you will lose a beautiful, cute and soldier team member. Chao Shanyu snorted. Okay, let's go. But you'll have to explain it to me later. Lin Zan shook his head with a smile, without any hesitation. He turned around and picked up the little beauty, and with a single step, he disappeared from everyone around him. This, run so fast. The middle-aged officer and the old duck were both stunned. Off campus, Lin Zan hugged Chao Shanyu and ran all the way. Well, you put me down. Whether a man or a woman can give or take a kiss. Chao Shanyu blushed, reached out and tapped Lin Zan's shoulder. Aren't you going to run? Run faster like this. Your sister will definitely not catch up with us. Lin Zan said with a smile. Just then, maybe not. A soft female voice full of temptation rang close to Lin Zan's ear. Lin Zan felt alert. He stopped in an instant and stopped in this deserted square. Then, he suddenly found out. On his shoulder, there was actually a lavender butterfly flapping its wings slowly. This butterfly, when did it fly on my shoulder? Lin Zan frowned slightly. Immediately afterwards, I saw the lavender butterfly flying from his shoulder. Flapping its wings, soon came to 3 or 4 meters in front of him, and then transformed into a human form. Elder sister, Chao Shanyu, who was still held in Lin Zan's arms, suddenly screamed. Even Lin Zan was amazed. Appearing in front of the two of them was a beautiful woman in a long purple dress with a graceful and charming figure. Chao Yanru, the identity devil. Demon form. Butterfly dream witch high-level demon form. Devil level. Level 5. Number of hunters killed, 12. Demon talent. A level. Butterfly dream wings. Gain 80% damage reduction and additional control resistance when in the air. Devil skill. Lin Zan only glanced at her, and couldn't help feeling emotional. Sure enough, like a sister, there must be a sister. This older sister, Chao Yanru, who had acquired the identity of a demon, was even more ferocious than Chao Shanyu. Especially that purple dress. The ultra-low-cut design is simply exciting. The girdle with a bow tie tightly wrapped around her slender waist, too tight to hold. I'm enjoying it, Lin Zan found out. The butterfly dream witch, Chao Yanru, walked over viciously. Joe, Fiber, Rain, I've been looking for you for a long time. Your mother calls you home for dinner. Lin Zan was a little puzzled when he heard it. For a long time, could it be that Chao Shanyu ran away from home? Joe, Smoke, Soft, don't call me by my first name. Hearing Chao Yanru's words, Chao Shanyu replied bitterly, grabbed Lin Zan's arm, and jumped out of his embrace. Two women fight each other like two tigers fight each other. It seems, the best choice is to sit on the mountain and watch the tigers fight. In order to play outside, you even lost your phone, it's too much. The butterfly dream witch, Chao Yanru, quickly walked up to Chao Shanyu. Relying on being half a head taller than Chao Shanyu, the butterfly dream witch, Chao Yanru, easily suppressed Chao Shanyu's aura. I have always had two mobile phones. I lost one and another one. Didn't expect that. Chao Shanyu snorted and said, anyway, I won't go back. I want to continue to become stronger. Be stronger, you big-headed ghost. Chao Yanru stretched out her hand and slapped her sister on the head. Don't you know how dangerous it is outside now? Oh, that's right. Who is this man? At this moment, Chao Yanru glanced at Lin Zan, seeming a little curious. She knew that her younger sister had always been very fierce, and ordinary men couldn't get close to her. Result: just. Chao Shanyu was picked up and run by this handsome boy. It's my teammate, and boyfriend. Without even thinking about it, Chao Shanyu blurted out. Quote question mark question mark question mark quote. Lin Zan almost vomited blood. What's the matter with this girl? Since when did you have a boyfriend? Chao Yanru was also confused. Just now. You care about me. Chao Shanyu snorted, and quickly ran behind Lin Zan. Lin Zan, Lin Zan. Help me drive her away, I don't want to go back. Quote. Lin Zan was a little speechless. Your name is Lin Zan. When Chao Yanru came in front of Lin Zan, she restrained her momentum, became more dignified and polite, and said with a slight smile, Chao Shanyu is my younger sister. She is too playful, and my parents are very worried about her safety. We checked the location of her mobile phone and found that it was thrown into the river. This girl. You know, it's very dangerous outside now. I want to take her back to the military area for protection and ensure her safety. Of course, if you want, you can go there together. Hear her say that. Lin Zan was a little surprised. Military region. Turn out to be. This Chao Shanyu is actually from the military region. No wonder he has such a fierce personality. However, for Lin Zan, it is of course impossible to go to the military area and be protected. She's safe with me, too. Of course, if she wants to go back with you, I won't stop her. Lin Zan said. After all, he didn't want to get involved in other people's housework. I'm not going back. Chao Shanyu held Lin Zan's hand tightly, her attitude was very firm. Look, Lin Zan spread his hands, expressing his helplessness. Quote. Chao Yanru was speechless for a moment. She took 2 steps back slightly, and with a wave of her hand, there were dozens of lavender butterflies flying towards her. Then, don't blame me for being rough. The eyes of Chao Yanru, the butterfly dream witch, looked at Chao Shanyu who was hiding behind Lin Zan. You are unreasonable. Chao Shanyu couldn't help complaining. You are a devil. I am a hunter. You only care about your own development and becoming stronger. Don't allow me to become stronger, just to protect me in the name of protecting me. Now the era of catastrophe. No matter how well protected I am, sooner or later I will be alone. At that time, I will not be strong enough. What should I do if I encounter danger? As soon as these words came out, Chao Yanru, who had been very resolute just now, suddenly fell silent. What her sister said makes sense. Even Lin Zan couldn't help but agree. For a while, the scene was deadlocked. Until the air was silent for more than 10 seconds. Chao Yanru nodded seriously. Okay, you don't want to go back, it's not impossible. However, you have to prove that you are safe outside. Lin Zan. She looked over with her beautiful eyes. Didn't you just say that she is safe with you? So, come on, as long as you can defeat me together. I will allow you to continue to be together. Hearing this, Lin Zan felt a little headache. How did it end? Did things come back to him? Also allow them to continue together. It's as if they are really boyfriend and girlfriend. I really didn't intend to beat your sister, but now it seems that I can't do it. Lin Zan shook his head helplessly. Chao Shanyu refused to leave, so what could be done? If a fight can make the opponent give up, then this matter is easy. Hit me. When Chao Yanru heard this, she covered her mouth and laughed lightly. To know, she is in the form of a high-level demon, and has already killed 3 hunter teams, and has reached level 5 now. Incarnate in demon form, her full attribute has reached 400 points. Coupled with her demon skills and demon talent, let alone a hunter, even other demons, it is basically impossible to be her opponent in a duel. She now knows that Lin Zan has just subdued an amphibious crocodile. But that's just a mid-level demon. If she had been present just now, the amphibian crocodile would not have had any chance to show off its might. Not to mention, in her opinion, Lin Zan can have such a strong explosive speed and explosive power, it is very likely that some skills have been activated. Now, the skill is on cooldown, what can I use to fight her, a high-level demon? Even if Chao Shanyu was added, she wasn't worried that she would lose at all. Don't be careless. Chao Shanyu also came to Lin Zan's side, took out a gold-ranked sword, and said solemnly, "My sister has been violent since she was a child. We must use all our strength, otherwise we may not be able to defeat her. Anyway, she is a demon, even if she is killed, she can be resurrected, so don't show mercy." Question mark, question mark, question mark. Lin Zan was a little puzzled. The sisters. Are they really sisters? It's really my sister. Chao Yanru suddenly had a headache. That's right. She also beat Chao Shanyu a lot when she was a child. But, is it really okay to really say that I want to beat her sister to death? Seeing Chao Shanyu eager to try, Lin Zan stretched out her hand and pressed down the gold-ranked sword in her hand. When adults fight, children go away. Lin Zan persuaded Chao Shanyu to leave. To defeat Chao Yanru, he alone is enough. What's more, it can't really make sisters fight for life and death. What, child, where am I young? When Chao Shanyu was told by Lin Zan, she almost doubted her life. She couldn't help but look down. Is this small? Stop looking. You are half a head shorter than me, aren't you just a child? Chao Yanru covered her mouth and smiled lightly. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Chao Shanyu looked unhappy, but looking at my sister's 175. She lowered her head dejectedly, very desperate. Not tall. What can she do? When Chao Yanru confronted Lin Zan, this long-legged beauty with a perfect figure looked Lin Zan up and down for a while. Are you really doing it alone? Kindness. Lin Zan nodded. I will control my strength. Chao Yanru pursed her lips and smiled. A pair of white hands clenched into fists, squeezed left and right twice. Looking at her posture, Lin Zan was a little surprised. It seemed that Chao Shanyu was right. This Chao Yanru, who looks delicate and graceful, and whose name is gentle and considerate, is actually a violent maniac. No, you can use all your strength to avoid dissatisfaction if you lose. Lin Zan shook his head and said, although he looks very confident. But Chao Yanru was still afraid of missing and beat Lin Zan to death. So she thought for a while and said, come on, I'll let you do 3 tricks, you just attack. She planned to see how Lin Zan's strength was. Then according to the combat power shown by Lin Zan, decide how much strength to use. She didn't plan to use demon skills against Lin Zan. After all, in her opinion, if you want to subdue someone, you have to use your fists. And coincidentally, Lin Zan thought so too. Hearing what Chao Yanru said, he wasn't bothered. Then I'm on, he reminded the other party. Chao Yanru nodded. I am coming. Lin Zan's last reminder. Come. Chao Yanru nodded again. At the same time, I am speechless. She thought to herself, this boy looks handsome, why are there so many ink stains? She even felt that Lin Zan didn't dare to fight her anymore. But, just then, Lin Zan moved. Even with Chao Yanru's full attributes reaching 400 points, she couldn't see Lin Zan's movements clearly at all. Boom, punch. He pounded Chao Yanru's chest heavily. The figure of this beautiful and big beauty was instantly sent flying backwards, just like a cannonball crashing into a stone pillar in the square. Just smash the stone pillars in the square. In a pile of rubble, Chao Yanru, who was wearing a long purple dress, stood up holding her chest. The low-cut style made her hand covering her chest unable to cover the whole view. In fact, it wasn't that she wanted to wear it that way. She herself prefers that kind of casual sportswear. But after she transformed into a demon form, she brought this long purple dress with her. Then, so what? Sorry, it seems too strong. Lin Zan felt a little embarrassed watching this scene. He watched Chao Yanru stand up clutching her chest, with some blood dripping from the corner of her beautiful mouth. To beat his sister to vomit blood. Fine. Chao Yanru stood up, with a hint of resentment on her pretty face. It looked like he was seriously injured. How are you, sister? Seeing this, Chao Shanyu hurried over. He said that he could be killed. Actually, seeing that her sister was injured, the girl was still very worried. Do not worry about me. I'm a devil. Chao Yanru coughed and smiled. As soon as she raised her hand, several lavender butterflies around her suddenly turned into purple light and merged into her body. Let her recover directly from her injuries. The pale pretty face immediately returned to rosy. Butterfly Dream Witch, if you really want to use demonic skills and talents, your combat power is really not weak. Certainly, in front of Lin Zan, it is still not enough to look at. Looking at Lin Zan again, Chao Yanru's attitude was completely different from before. Lin Zan, I admit. You are very strong. I believe you can protect my sister. Next, I'll leave her to you. Chao Yanru came to Lin Zan. While she was talking, she was still rubbing her chest, and there was some hatred in her beautiful eyes. This man, it's hard to hit anywhere. Call here. But for Lin Zan, this is already the best choice. You can't hit a girl in the stomach, right? If something goes wrong, something will happen. What if the whole thing is infertile and gets laid? I have a question. Chao Yanru looked at Lin Zan with a complicated expression. Ask. Lin Zan nodded. How many attributes do you have? Chao Yanru is extremely curious now. Haven't you experienced it yourself? Lin Zan squinted his eyes. Believe in yourself, your feeling is right. As soon as this word came out, Chao Yanru had an unbelievable expression on her face. Judging from Lin Zan's punch just now, she could feel that Lin Zan had almost twice her speed and strength. That is to say, all attributes around 800 points. This is too scary. A mere hunter. Is it possible? It's a pity she doesn't know. If Lin Zan didn't turn into a demon now, including the power of light from Tang Yingruo, he only had 435 points. The point is, he turned on Destiny Release. This skill, after opening, increases attack speed by 100% and movement speed by 100%. In cracks and lairs, this skill does not attack. But in reality, the kinetic energy and impact force of the attack will be increased by the speed. The faster the speed, the stronger the destructive power. With double the movement speed and attack speed, Lin Zan's ultimate punch is almost equivalent to the speed and destructive power of more than 800 attributes close to 900 points. In front of Lin Zan, who had activated Unleash Destiny. Even in high-level demon form, Chao Yanru was completely crushed. I hope everyone will support it and subscribe more.